Oh wait, my mic's so far. Go, let's go, let's go. Hello, wait. Is there sound? Yes. Okay, there is sound. There's no BGM though. Oh, let me just grab the one from my other screen and paste it in here. And is it? Okay, okay. The volume is fine. Let's lower it just a bit. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Let's go. Hello, hello. Shoko, aren't you supposed to be missing the stream? Oh shoot. Oops. There's a little thing on the screen. There we go. Purple jacket. Let's go. Hi, hi. So. Oh. Also, I need to. Let me go to this. Okay, there we go. On Twitch, I need to upload the emotes as well. Where is it though? Where do I do this? Subscriptions? Emote? Yes, go to the emotes page. Okay, okay, got it. We have 7 slots left in the base one. That's good. Oh, I can't have animated ones. Wait, can I? Oh wait, bonus to unlock 2 additional animated emote slots by using Twitch alerts. Oh wait, there we go. I found it out. I figured it out. Enter shook. Okay, upload, and then we upload. Wait, why? Oh shoot! I might have to redo the shook one. A vibe. Okay, shook. Oh no, it's working. It's working, right? Okay. I guess I'm back on Twitch then. I uploaded them on YouTube too. They're on YouTube as well. They're just real tiny. Wait, it should be on Twitch. I mean YouTube as well. Please confirm or deny. Nice. I think it should be on YouTube as well. I did save. Sweet, yes they are. Okay. They're not animating. They're not animated. Oh fuck. Okay. Well, sadness. So today we're gonna be drawing, as you can tell, there's some oh yeah, I was gonna make it flip and stuff, but oops, I forgot I still have flashing Xander. Oh wait, where is he? There we go. Hello, welcome. So today is gonna be a pretty it's a pretty chill stream. Where's my drawing clip? Oh, there it is. Why is he doing that? Because when does Xander, Luxem Xander not flash you with his memories? So that's why he's doing it. Yeah, nips out and everything, exactly. He's like, you saw it? It flashed? Okay, now you gotta pay me. That's basically Xander in a nutshell. You're welcome. It's chill until she decides to educate the... No. What do you mean? There's nothing going on. Wait, did I do anything? Okay, no. We'll keep it not masked. So I might draw I might draw this. I might draw something new. Definitely not this. Also, I did make the screen capture a little risky, and I did make it the whole display capture because now you get to see everything, like the color wheel, which you've never seen before in any of my drawing streams. There's Xander for the bachelorette party. I love when my phone accidentally sends typos on. Yeah, wow, a color wheel. That's never seen that in my life. Exactly. Let me just make this not blinding white or something. Yeah, that's fine. My old eyes can't handle bright ass white. So we may or may not do this. We may or may not draw. Keep working on Merlin. I'll see how I feel. Probably do a little bit of a warm up first. Oh, hello. Okay. We learning color theory. My color theory is pretty mediocre, so I wouldn't recommend learning from me. Also, Ramses, thank you so much for subscribing to tier 1 for 3 months. Thank you. Literally never, right? Because like if I only capture the Clip Studio Paint window, it doesn't show any of these like peripheral pop-ups that I have. Also, I have like this, so you could if I decide to keep working on this, I could see how it looks at a tiny screen. And it'll help me be like, okay, Cole, stop working on that. It's not gonna show up. It's not showing up. It's not gonna make a difference. Just put that down. Put your pen down. Don't work on it. So that's kind of why I usually keep like a small, tiny window like this sometimes, and just to keep me, you know, in check. Usually, I'm pretty good about it, I think, but you know. Not always. So let's draw a little bit. Yeah, I was like, maybe I shouldn't due to my wrist and stuff and overusing it. But I'm like, man, I've been in such a drawing mode. I might as well. And why am I getting a call? Hold on. On the call, it says like the bank that I'm with, but like what kind of bank calls me at like 7:25 p.m? None. They're all closed right now. Try again, scammer. They want to talk to you about your extended warranty. I mean, isn't it suspicious if they're calling at 7:25 p.m. my time? You say your drawing break till March? Yeah, whoopsies. It's close enough. But please click the link in this mail now! Get out of here! She called us. Fucking scammers. I'm like, man, they have so much tools in their arsenal nowadays. They could just, you know, imitate a bank's, like an official bank's like name and phone number, by the way, and just hijack a number and just pretend they're legit. And I was just like, ugh. But how will I know if it's like at my actual bank? But we're gonna offer free bags of coffee beans if you answer something. Oh wait, you know, maybe I'll be interested in that. Wait, hold up. What kind of coffee beans? If it's Folgers, no, thank you. But you know, depending on the beans, perhaps. Dude, AI calls are so really. I thought I was talking to a real person. Oh my god, yeah, AI calls too. I'm like, I've heard this voice before. You're not real. What's wrong with incest beans now? Who will survive the bean battle royale? A bean battle royale. Okay, Folgers definitely will get out first. What else is there? Like, wasn't there like Maxwell or something? That's also a very common or like my cheaper ground bean can. You know those big cans that people buy? Oh my god! Wait. Chat. I just got another phone call, like right now, and it's by my wait, it's not even my telephone provider. It's a telephone provider that's calling me. Is this scammer hot time? Like, is it their peak hour? I mean, it's not my telephone provider, so I don't really need to care about it, but at all either. So. Hello, go. Oh, McDonald's coffee. My dad really fell for some Indian guy calling him saying he should buy gift cards. He was so gullible. No, I hope he didn't lose any money. Are you paying too much for your telephone service? Maybe. Actually, no, I'm not. my plan is pretty G. But they keep calling because they're like, oh my god, you used to be with us, so why aren't you? We want you back. Or like if it's a company that I was with, you know, or if it's not, they'll be like, so like what's your plan right now? And I'm like, I don't know, and then I hang up. I don't got patience for that. Okay, I'm like, don't know, don't care, goodbye. He almost lost $400, but he called me because he felt it was fishy. You don't say, sir. Oh, I'm so glad he second guessed and been like, I should call someone that probably is, you know, probably more knowledgeable about this type of stuff. I'm glad he did that. Mom got a call from AT&T for a free phone upgrade. Oh my god, did she do it? I hope not. Oh my god, they should get over it. I know, I'm like, bro, I've been with my iPhone service provider for like what, 3-4 years now? Okay. And then you're calling me again for like, you know, ditching you? I think I've made it pretty clear I'm not coming back. We just had to buy the phone on a plan and not activate it. She tried to, I cut her off, unfortunately. Oh my god. And wait, and not activate it? That's so suspicious. My dad actually got a scam letter in this day and age from Belgium claiming that his dad had asset and a whole different career over there. What the fuck? It's like, hello, I'm a princess from whatever. What was the one that was common back in the day? Was it a princess from Nigeria? And then she wants you to, you know, help her get out of there and hold all of her worldly assets. Until then, Nigerian princess. Yeah. You were also thinking of switching your phone number because it got leaked and it kept getting calls from like China, UK, and Australia. Oh my god. Yeah, I keep getting calls from like places I don't live either, and I'm like, is it about time I change my phone number? How'd you know about my Nigerian prince friend? Oh, believe me, we go far way back. We go way back. You know, he may have told you that you're the only one, but I'm sorry to say, sir, but he's been, you know, sweet talking everyone here. I'm sorry to shatter your hopes and dreams. I've been getting examples from Canada recently. Secretly, I think I should blame you. What the fuck? It's not my fault. Hello? I'm just a guy. Oh wait, let me turn off my screen for like my display for a bit. I want to open up Arknights. let me turn off wait. Also, this is the music, so I can't turn that off. Okay. Arknights. It just shows up my like Google Play screen name that it randomly generated. So just in case that's like backtrackable somewhere, I'm just gonna turn off my display. You know, it's like account cookie bear 34615, you know. that kind of name. So I'd rather keep that hidden away. We got the number, boy. Stop! Don't look that up. Oh, did I break it? Hello? She dogs herself, shaking my head. Oh man, I just, you know. Oh god, it's broken. That's what I get for the dogs. It's already gotten hacked. Why is Dark Knight's already broken? There we go. Okay. And that should be good. No, it's can I make it so that no, I can't show it. Okay. It's fine. You'll just know that it's over here being played on my other monitor. It does show something that I don't want shown, so I'm just gonna keep it over there. Good to know, good to know. Man, have you guys seen the post that the Twitter post that I posted on on the games Discord channel? Wait, sorry, I just opened my Discord to show you guys, but then like I got a message from Tabby and she Tabby Ragtan, by the way, amazing artist. Shout out to her. Wait, I could do a shout out. Twitter.com Tabby Ragtan. Where is she? Hell yeah. And then where are all my chats? There you go. A shout out to Tabby. Stream manager. There you go. Woohoo! She messaged me saying that like you know how she apparently bought me an omiyage or like souvenir from when she went on her vacation, and but she was too nervous to ask me for my full address and you know, government name, so she ate it. But then she was like, I was like, oh, it's okay, but thank you so much for thinking of me. And then she responded recently, she's just like, it may have been a blessing in disguise because I got you some dried dragon fruit and it tasted so bad. But apparently when she like taste sampled it, like when she was there, apparently it tasted super good. So she's not sure what happened. must have been the point. Oh yeah, but the drawing that I wanted to share with everyone, can I just drag and drop it here? Will it break? Oh, it's a URL. No. Okay. Save image as. I have to save every single time I want to show something on stream. It's so annoying. Why can't I just drag and drop? Anyways, but yes, isn't this so beautiful? Oh my god, Ines and Mantra. Oh my god, hot granny. And then hot Ines, as usual. I wonder if it's a skin. I hope it's a skin. I would buy. I want a skin for Ines, so I would buy it if it's a skin. Yes, murder me. Anyways, that was my TED talk. Thank you. Now that I think of it, most of my friends in the US don't know my government name. You know, I've been told a few like VTuber like government names before for like shipping or something, but as I've discovered, I always forget them. I always forget them. So like they never have to worry about me accidentally doxing them, because like even say like Shoku, if you're still here. I forgot what your government name was. You're just Shoku or Waddles for me right now. Now, even still. So unfortunately, like I just remember beautiful name. I only find about events to do stuff like that, but I also forget them. Exactly. I'm like, yes, I've been told at least once or twice. Do I remember it? Nah. I used to have a gaming nickname and got so used to people just calling me that for like 20 years. I know, you get so used to it. I'm like, wait, what's my real name again? She's saying her government. No, I said her government name is beautiful. That's all I remember. And then, yeah, I don't remember anything else. Alright, so I was like, maybe I should do like a little warm up, you know? Let me draw Ines. Ines! I don't have any skin for her. Sad. Although, you know, I don't usually draw fan art, but all my drawing streams have been fan art so far. But I'm really not the type to draw fan art. It takes me a lot of energy to draw fan art. It's not something I often choose to do. But today I'm just like, you know what? I'll draw Ines for like warm up. Shokun's IRL name is Beautiful Rose, confirmed. That's crazy. Yep, I guess. Yep, that's her name now. Statistically, Shoku's name may have Rose in it. Is she like... Wait, what didn't a Grand Archive character have Rose in it? Wait, isn't there a Rose? Yes, that's Shoku. For real, for real. Wait, oh my god, I really can't draw right now. Why did I decide to do a drawing stream again? Because I wanted to draw. But I don't know why. I'm not having any success drawing. May or may not turn it into something else. Apparently I can't draw today. You know, we have those days. Sometimes you want to draw and then you're just like, you realize, actually, today's not a day. I guess that's what we call art blocks, but I'm sure I could draw past it. Back to Hightail. Imagine. I'm just like, yes, drawing stream. Actually, never mind. We're just doing Hightail. Wow, yeah, my drawing is absolute doo-doo. Actually, I think we may need to do some studies. Holy shit. We may need to do some dreaded studies. I say dreaded, but it's not really dreaded. I'm just pretty rusty, I guess. I guess I am just a little rusty. What should I paint with? Maybe this one. Yeah, I've been away from the game for too long. Holy moly. Also, I have the Arknights contingency music up to listen to it, and I've already lost it. I had it up, but now I lost it. Oh man. I wanted to listen to that while streaming. Let me pull that up. Does everyone have their music that they're listening to? Ah yes, there we go. Yeah, their music is just so good. If everyone else wants to listen to it too. How's it going? Bad. I can't draw. As I've discovered. You and every artist if you ask. I mean, you know, you're not wrong. What if I draw a butt? Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll inspire me. I mean, definitely not a butt. It's a peach, guys. Don't tell YouTube. Firm or saggy? You decide. I'll draw it, and then you decide if it looks firm or saggy. Let me draw the panties so I don't get banned. There we go. You mean government regulated swimwear? Ah, yes, that's exactly what I meant. Unfortunately, I can't stay that long today since I have an early morning shift tomorrow. Just figured to stop by a minute to welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah. It's okay. It's just a chill, relaxed stream. Not much will be happening today, I don't think. Also because I will be stopping stream at 10 p.m. my time. So in like another hour and 20? 2 hours and 20, sorry. Because you know, some of you may know her as we've collabed not on this channel actually, that I just realized. We haven't collabed on this channel yet, but our you know, rabbit friend Non, she's gonna be releasing her 2.0. So I want to wait, is she streaming that on Twitch too? Because if so, we could actually raid her. If not, I will have to manually raid. So, we'll be doing that. Did you say Nobi? No, Non! Non is debuting here 2.0. Surprise stream? Yes, surprise stream. Woohoo! I was like, should I stream today? Yeah, I'll stream today. Yeah. Yes, a bot. Let's go. And then maybe a hand. I'm like looking through my Pinterest of like all these like body anatomy references I have. If any, so that if I see something that inspires me, I could draw it, but use the coffee beans as your muse. Let's go. I wanted to go watch a movie this weekend, but one friend works, so could only go with maybe one friend. Wait, you have one friend? You did? Are you talking about EXA's challenge mode? Congratulations. I'm just gonna assume that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Congrats. Yeah, originally I was like, should I just like stream this on like my Discord server, because it's like a fairly you know, low-key, like I might not even be talking that much type of stream. So I was like, should I put it like air it on like YouTube, but then I was just like, ah, yeah, fuck it. Let me lower people's expectation for my streams if it's like a drawing stream, because I would like to just chill and do stream. You could have watched me struggle. True. We gotta fix the channel video ratios. True. That too. I gotta become the art streamer that I meant to be. Oh man. Also, like recently I've been like brainstorming my game, and I think I finally started having like gameplay pillar that I like. Because at first I was like, I'm still not like completely sold on it, because there's no gameplay aspect that was like decided upon, just being like, you know. So I was like, what's the core gameplay loop? And I think I finally found it. So hopefully I'll be able to start on it a little bit more. The bug girl gacha, yeah, the roguelike. It will be, I don't know if I would be able to label it as roguelike per se, but yes. Card games? No, it won't be a deck builder. Although originally I was thinking about it, I don't think I'll be implementing a deck building aspect to this game. Although it may feel, some aspects may feel like deck building. It may feel a little bit like deck building, but it won't be like cards, I think. It's still not like fully fleshed out, so I probably won't be able to say. RP Rogue like the hello, hi Has. Wait, do I have you? Okay, yes I do. I do have you singled out, you know. Do you have a target demo? Me. Me. I'm the target demo. I'm the sole client to my game. It's me. But if I were to like label, say, client, it would be people who like strategizing and a quick gameplay, like a quick game here and there, you know, as well as like a little bit of gacha, but not paid gacha, I would say. Idle RPG, I wouldn't say idle. It is active play, but it's not like, you don't have to like play like and explore an open world and grab everything by walking to everywhere. That kind, no, that I'm like, yeah, I don't have time for it. Will there be story? No. There also won't really be story. Although like there will be story, but you don't have to read it. You know, I'm like, yeah, I'll write a story for it because I have a story that I'm like, it's cute, in a bigger premise, but I won't be making like stories that you could read to play the game. The story will be damn, this girl is cute and so is this one, basically. Yeah, like I have played like idle RPGs before, but I wouldn't say it's quite. Hold X to not skip story. Yeah. You'll have to actively go out of your way to read the story. And then the story will actively avoid you. That'll be my story. So the Dark Souls storytelling, yeah, kind of, I would say. Is that all the RPGs, the audio tapes? No. Oh, that's true. Like the Archetypes has their audio tapes that I never listened to. For Arknights, I literally just go to like the Wikipedia page and just like read up some things that sound interesting. Like today, I found out that Logos was the mastermind behind like the stool racing game, racing that he also won first place in, and then got you know, a very strong scolding from Amiya. And I'm like, wait, this logos? This solemn looking Banshee Boy logos? Yeah, so those are the type of stories I like, you know? Behind that emo twinkle lies a child that just wants to have fun. Yeah! It's so cute! Kawaii or kawaii? Which one? What is? The story that I was just told now? Cute. Man, I'm so rusty. Alright, so I do have the design more. I do have more of my design for like the main character for my game though. She changed a little bit, but I like that I could just draw it really quickly. This is her. This is her. And then like, as like a even tinier blob, I could just draw her like this. Yeah, so that's how she look like. Perfect. I do have to draw like the bigger version of her, which I haven't like fully designed yet, but I do have like a idea in my mind. Yeah, make her a marketable plush, exactly. Moth girl, Margaret girl, moth girl. Yeah, we got a chibi option. Probably something like along the lines of this for like the actual face. Very feathery eyebrows. Eyelashes. Oh my god, eyelashes is what I want. And like, I kind of wanted to make the irises like, or like the eye not have any pupils really, just to give that moth-like, insectoid-like vibe, I guess you could say. Going through my GA card, I thought I had that ranger girl that made all rangers distant, but I have Lena. You pulled it last week! Fuck, I want her so bad! The one from the ALC. Wait, there's one from ALC. I know there's like the Mortal Ambition Alter one that recently came out where she makes all rangers distant. Oh, the unique ally. Oh, the tactics counter one. You have to get like 3 or something tactics counter. I know who you're talking about. She's the glasses girl with straight silver hair, right? This girl, and then she has some sort of hat. Yeah. And then she got big boobs. Yeah. Hire me, GA. Perfect recreation. Glasses, hat, booba sounds like my kind of character. Oh yeah. Also, I was thinking of her for her quote unquote assistant. You know, like the helper NPC that like is like the tutorial girl. Because it's not gonna be her. She's the one that needs a tutorial too, along with you, the main character. It's gonna be a spider lady. Because she's not playable, so she's not an insect. But she's an arachnid. Okay, I'm sorry. My hands are warming up. I just needed a bit of a warm up. Okay, I need to get rid of her. Yeah, this will be my main character, girl. The tutorial girl? Yeah, the tutorial girl. She's gonna be the spider lady. And she's gonna be like the hot spider, wait. Hot spider. Spider. Secretary. Lady. So I haven't even drawn her yet. But yes, she will be wearing, you know, the obvious like dress button-up shirt with like a coat, like a blazer. Gotta make her only unlockable if you beat the game. Yeah, exactly. You can't just like, you know, pull gotcha for her or anything. You gotta beat the game. Does she also have a low hanging pendant that draws the eyes? We'll see. I mean, like, it would make sense, right? To have like a spider web like necklace that with like a little spider brooch coming down. Wait, that would be so cute. Like this kind of like choker that like eventually like turns into like a nicely formulated web, and then you have like this little thing dangling spider charm right here. And then obviously she'll have a nice pencil skirt that slits up. But yes, it'll be something like this. Rough idea. Rough idea. Also, but okay, I think I've sufficiently warmed up. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see if I did or not. I'm not a fan of her face yet. It's not given. You know? It's not smug enough. I need to fix it. I'm like, it's not quite the smugness I want. It's lacking. It's lacking. Okay, let me pull up some inspirational art. Yeah, it's not serving quite yet. I have high expectations for her smugness, and it's not quite filling that role yet. Oh, getting closer, getting a little closer. And then after my stream, since I want to raid into Non's live 2.0, jeez, I'm so not used to saying these type of stuff. 2.0 debut stream. I'll probably just like continue it on Discord where I'm just not talking, but like I'll share my screen type of thing. That's what I will most likely do. Just as like a heads up. Yeah. I think it should be fine for like these type of drawing streams to not be like super, I don't know, extensively talkative. Because honestly, I see a lot of like other art streams and there's like no talking at all. So I'm like, yeah, I used to do art streams where I don't talk a single bit too, so it should be fine. We're here to chill, exactly. And everyone else could like do work too if they want to, or follow along and work. And did you know that Merlin had a mole? Cause wait, I forgot, but I drew it in the past. It's also a little bit more centered here, like around here. Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting closer. Yeah, co-working vibes, exactly. We should do a collab. We should do an art drawing stream where we're both just not talking and then we just draw. Yeah, co-working. Just because she's hot doesn't absolve her of her war crimes. I mean, I never said that it will absolve her of her war crimes, okay? I'm just saying. Notable. For real, right? We used to do that a lot, where we just like we're on a call, just working along, but like half the time we just didn't say anything. We just needed someone else. We just needed to know that some other soul was suffering with us while we were working. You know, that's all that like the artist co-working is. It's just us knowing that like there are other artists drawing and just like are struggling too, and we're like, ah, yes, my comrade. I don't even know what she did, and I forgive her. No, you cannot forgive her. I know that like. You know, she's supposed to be a tragic. She's supposed to be tragic and like, just everything, any means to an end type of girl. But honestly, that doesn't condone her actions. Yeah, trauma bonding, exactly. That doesn't right all the wrong that she has done, which is completely, utterly fuck up everyone else's lives and also her own. In order to try and do something that she in the end failed at, okay? In the end, she also failed, by the way. And then she just went, well, not my mess to clean, and went about her way. She's so she's smart, but also in the dumbest way. Yeah, I would say so. Probably, yeah. I think that's the best way you could describe her. Yeah, and then she's like the proto key, and then there's like a whole villain, like circle because of her, and so they're fucking up everything else. So then she's just like, yeah. Not my mess. I don't care. And she's also responsible for Tristan losing an arm, which is unforgivable. Yeah. And then Tristan thinks it's Lorraine because Merlin was dressed up as, oh, not like in the guise of Lorraine's or in the body. Yeah. And so so she's fucking up Lorraine too, even though even without Lorraine knowing. And then now so now Lorraine's being hunted by Tristan, and Tristan's just like, my fucking arm! Yeah, wearing Lorraine like a skin suit, exactly. And then Lorraine is like, I did nothing to your arm, I don't even know you! Girl, I don't even know you! Or maybe she does. Maybe one day I'll read the lore. One of these days. I'll do a lore reading night on Discord or something. I won't do that on stream because then I don't want my channel to be labeled as ASMR out of nowhere. You know? Not that I've seen that happen or had that happen in any point in time or anything, but you know, just gonna be a little cautious about that. Make content now. Also, Merlin's hair is like a bitch and a half to like color, cause the color is so all over the place, you know, in a sense. It's like purplish but bluish, but also pinkish at the same time. So it's like I have to include all of these. Boop. There we go. All of these colors. Yeah, I think, yeah, purplish, bluish, pinkish. I think I'm getting there. Yeah, the purple and blues are gonna be in the shadows, and then for the the areas in light. I was like lit area, yeah, lit areas. Okay, what's English? Lit areas. It's gonna be more like the warmer pinks and maybe a little splash of like like a orange, just for like these areas, you know, just to emphasize, like, you see, very subtly that it's like more warm tone, and then once you like zoom out, you're like, oh yeah, it looks like it's kind of glowing, you know. So there we go. Oh, this area needs to be a little bit more cool tone. Even more. Yeah. I'm also going to try to just finish as much as I can, because I'm like, this drawings has been in the collecting dust, and if I don't finish now, as much as I can now, I probably won't ever finish it. I know myself too well, and yeah, that's the type of person I am. So I'm like, I should probably try to finish as much as possible today, and then get it. Just have like maybe one more session of work to do, so that way I could actually count it as done. I like jumping from one thing to another too quickly, so I am trying to fix that part about me, but I'm too impatient. I'm sorry. I wish I could get any of my freaking mini paint jobs to look like they're glowing. Ooh, okay. So the trick is to, so for example, if I wanted like this color to look like it's glowing, right? Say like you take like just like a lighter and decide whether your lights are warm tone or cool tone. For example, warm tone works great. So I'll make this lit area a warmer tone, right? And then you see like these two in the between. Go a little bit more towards the warm tone, make it super saturated, and just outline it a little bit. You know, and then depending on how much you want it to look like it's glowing, just like make that a little bit more blurred out. And then you could even go even further with like the white. But, oops, hello. But like, yeah. Like this. But I wouldn't blur the white part too much. I would keep it more flat colored. You know, the way that's like, the part that's always like, the part that's highlighted. And then just the edges are like more blurred with like saturation. But I don't know how well that'll translate in terms of minis, because I've never painted a mini before, and Probably shouldn't start because I have way too many hobbies. And I've seen videos of people with their boxes of shame. Their boxes of shame of full of minis that need to be painted. Same about chat. I have 8 things on my desk at the moment, plus 2 Plamo Kit City with my airbrush setup. Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, yeah, I really shouldn't pick up another hobby, especially when I have like a Gunpla that needs to be built. And then I also have my wood, like, go like, what's it? Like the 5-tiered castle or tower wood puzzle thingy that needs to be built. Gojo no to. And then I have my nail stuff. I have to have more Gunplas that need to be built, you know, in my Calyx that's in my room. Yeah, and then I have to organize more cards. I have most of it. I've organized all the normal cards, and now I need to organize all the elemental cards. I finally sorted out all like the bulk, and then in my main like normal box that's like a nicer quality, I put in like 8 copies of each card or less. And everything else is bulk. So I put it into my shitty cardboard card organizer. And then so I have to do that for my elemental cards too. My basic element and my advanced element, but at least the normal card's done. Wait, what? You're a slut for weird French firearms? Oh, you got a box of World War I French soldiers? Wait, that's so cool. Did they have weird firearms? The French in the World War One? I don't know too many weapons during World War One, but Shosha? Hold on. Shaw, like hot cat. Oh, that is a very interesting design. It's like, I'll draw it out for people who can't see it. It's like, here's a barrel, right? Oops. And it's like, it looks like an assault rifle. Here's a barrel. The end like flares out a little bit. Here are the side alignments. And then here's like the place where you put the ammunition. Wait. I forgot what it's called. And then you have like the tip, the end. And then at the bottom, I'm guessing there's also a place to put the bayonet. I'm guessing slide, but the mag is like the magazine clip goes here, and it's like a semicircle with like the ammo around, like going like this, and then you have your 2 handles with a trigger here, and then here's the butt. Yeah, this is how it looks like. I guess this is more like a rounded so that you could grip it better. Yeah, this is a short shot. Zoaves was basically the French cosplay as some of their territorial troops. What? Zoaves. Oh, that is a look. Those are fashionable. They have the Harlem pants that's bright red with like a crop jacket almost, you know, and then they have like these like belts that are wrapped. That's a look. Ain't no one gonna tell them that they're not stylish, at least while going to war. The foregrip is in a weird place because of the back taking up the whole front. Yeah, I was like, it's kind of short. The place that you're gripping is like, it's really tight, you know. So I'm not sure if like the recoil, like, and like the what's it called, like the drag when you're firing something really quickly, like an assault rifle, it like drags up. I wonder if that's harder to manage because of the foregrip being so like close. Yes, no, true. Yeah, the shusha was not good, but after the caliber conversion, it was miserable. Oh shit. Right. It looks awful. You could only hip fire it if not prone. Yeah, I was like, you have to be prone. That's what I was imagining, them like lying on the ground in the or like in the trenches, you know, have to be able to like shoot it, because like I'm like, otherwise you can't shoot it while upright. It'll be such a weird, awkward posture. I mean, not that I know that much about like firing or like weaponry or something, but I'm like, even then I could still imagine it being kind of awful. Hipfire used to be more popular. I guess like maybe it's because like, you know, how firearms, they didn't go too far. Because once you get a far enough distance, it's like, well, the accuracy is shit. The firepower, you might not even kill anyone. So like you have to walk up pretty close anyway. So then at that point you don't need the accuracy, so you can still hit fire. You know, maybe. Like the Canadian Ross rifle. Ross rifle. This looks pretty standard. Was it all so bad? Oh, it would just explode. I see. I was like, just visually it looks pretty normal. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. You know, it looks average. But I guess it's just a grenade. I'm not sure if I could hit something 10-20 meters away with hip firing. You just gotta spray and pray. Mark 1 and Mark 2 had a fun feature where the firing pin on the firing could launch out the back. Oh. Wow. Where the shooter's fucking eye? That's awful. What the? Oh. So, you know, not only do you have to worry about the enemies trying to kill you, you also have to worry about your fucking gun trying to mutilate you. Amazing. Wow, sure sucked. Don't let grandpas and wait, no, what was it, 1910s, the World War I? They're not here anymore. Don't let your ancestors say back in my day when they come back to haunt you, it was not a great time. On the bright side, the Mark III solved the issue. Took 2 whole prototypes, but we did it, boys. Did they tell the arc to assemble so it wouldn't lock securely shut, but could still be fired, so the whole bolt could shoot back? Oh my god! It's not even the whole. Oh my god! It's not even the firing pin. It's the whole fucking bolt. Oh. That's wowie. Wow. That's awful. Damn. Literally unusable. Well, I guess it is usable, but would not want to. Great grandpa hated being in the trenches, so he signed up for the flying corps. Smart man. Managed to get in. Smart man. I mean, I don't know what the mortality rate was compared to like the people in the trenches, but like at least you won't get trenches trench feet. Yeah. It was all so miserable. Yeah, it was like I don't think, but more in a case of might get shot down by your own guy. There, yeah. You know, it's like, well, you have your shitty, your shittier, and your shittiest. Which one do you want? Which one did you want, I guess, is at that point. This guy had like 3 court martials for really dumb reasons. What did he do? What the fuck? He shoot the. Oh my god, his biplane. Laser beam Shoku. They didn't have laser beams back then. I mean, I think most of like the long range artillery, like the really long range artillery, was like end of World War One, beginning of World War Two ish era. No, I think World War One had pretty decent arsenal of like artillery, but you know, one for abandoning his post while on sentry duty to go piss on the one other one for giving 6 to a German aiding an enemy, and I forgot what the other one was. A prisoner of war. Oh my god. Well, he sounds like that's just an average dude. Just trying to be humane, you know, with like the giving the sick and stuff. So you know what? Sounds like a good guy. Just maybe he should have tried harder not to get caught. He sold his combat boots while on duty and bought normal shoes. Was it for comfort, I guess? Those are some waggy ass, you know. Those are some very relatable things to get court-martialed for. Oh, he hated the fit, you know? A man's gotta live. Give him at least comfy shoes. He's already, you know, fighting the anxiety of possibly being shot down by one of his own teammates. Let him just go into the plane in his Crocs. If Crocs were real back then. Actually, fun fact, sort of in the same vein, the first record of my family is them being fined by the King of France for excessive pillaging. Oh my god. Your family were bandits? So notorious enough that the King of France was just like, you know, maybe you should calm down a bit. I think that's a little much. No pillaging? Alright. But excessive? Boy, oh, whoa. Yeah, like a little is okay, but like excessive? You know, maybe you calm down a little bit. Just a little. That's our job as a King of France. That's not your job, okay? It's our job to tax the poor into oblivion. Funny. Hat mostly done. Just a little shine. Cause you know, if this was a real silk hat, it would be very shiny. this a little bit of pillaging here and there was just a perk of the job. That's crazy. Oh, because were they like soldiers? For the French, like, well, no, King of France, like the monarchs back then didn't really have their own army. It was just like nobles and like lords that had their army, and then the king would call upon them. So, is that the shine of Mercury in the hat? Maybe, maybe. Oh, they were knights in service to the king. Damn. They were excessively snatched. Where's the knight's arm honor? What the fuck? Just, you know, royally pardoned mafia, I guess. That's wild. Go there. What are you trying to say? Lords would basically add their armies to the kings upon request, but often the favors were expected and returned. Yeah, yeah. I was like, that's kind of the system I was aware of. No, I have honor when you could pillage. True. True. You're not wrong. Can't argue with that. Oh, okay. So these are actually glowing pieces of triangle or diamonds, like the memory shards, you know? Yeah, it's like this, and then these are also glowing. Actually, now that I'm looking at the box, my deck box, my recollection deck box art, I could actually see the details. Oh, my neck just cracked. And being a loot goblin is eternal, not just in Beach is true. My ultimate, thank you so much for gifting 1 membership. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to like her expression. It's starting to live up to what I wanted. Yes, Mercury hat is where the term Mad Hatter came from, because they used to use Mercury in top hats along with the beaver tail, but like, you know, beaver fur. But like, you know, it was mostly the Mercury why you don't see real top hats anymore. That's, yeah. But if you find one, they cost quite the pretty penny, and also you might just get a little bit of Mercury. No, I think the Mercury isn't strong enough unless you constantly. No, you know, I'm not gonna say that. You might get a little bit of mercury poisoning. Fun stuff. I can't remember the names, but there's an innkeeper in Les Mis that gets a whole chapter about them robbing corpses after the Battle of Waterloo. Oh damn. Yeah, could be worse. You know, Paris Green. Yeah, arsenic. You know those beautiful old Victorian green rooms that were like beautiful, that were like, you know, with like that went really well with like dark wood trimmed furniture with like little green gold like accents, like that aesthetic of like super dark green. Yeah, arsenic. Nice. Also the dresses that were also that color, arsenic. Delicious. And then, you know, but like, what's a little bit of arsenic when you're already rubbing like lead-based like you know, whitening powder on your face and like licking some radium while you paint radium like you know, covered clock watch faces. Like, what's a little bit of arsenic? It's fine. I don't think all those were in the same time period, but like they were kind of close. They were all kind of close. When people found out you can use arsenic and copper to make bronze, and then they realized you could just use it. Yeah. There's a lot of uses for arsenic, but not all of them were necessary. Let's just say. Oh, and like, oh shoot, what was the metal that they used for, you know, the everlasting pill? What was it? What was the actual name? I forgot. Was that arsenic too? No. Yes? No. Wasn't that mercury? No, I don't think it was mercury. Was it mercury? Might have been. Let me look this up. The antimony pill. It was antimony. Yeah, antimony. It was the antimony. Metallic antimony. So that one was like it's like a very malleable metal, so people are like it comes in like blobs too, so they had like the everlasting pill, and it was called the everlasting pill because you take it, it doesn't get digested fully, it fucks up your stomach so that you vomit, and then goes through your digestive tract, and then you poop it out, and then you have to dig it out of your poop and then wash it a little bit and then put it back into the pill box, because that's for everyone. That's for everyone to use in case. That's why it's called the everlasting pill. And then, you know, some people you know, gave that off as like, what were the like inheritances. Yeah, the pill is everlasting, not the person who takes it. No. It's the pill that's everlasting. How do you know this? It was one of the videos I was listening to while working. Frankly, I choose that. Talk about a crappy situation there, but yeah. Apparently, like, cause like a lot of people were like super like obsessed with like antimony. They were like, this is like the element of the god. This is like bestowed upon us by like the gods. It's like it's special, and it's true that, like, you know, it has a lot of very important properties to it, which all I forgot except the fact that people used to eat it and poop it and then take it again. But anyways, it also, like, depending on how you treat it and like slowly like heat it up and like melt it and then like cool it down again, it does make a really pretty like crystalline structure that looks like a star burst. So like, not a burst star, not like the candy starburst. And they're also, they're like semiconductors and battery components, so they're very, very important, right? Like, you've definitely had antimony around you at some point, because they're used in those like semiconductors and batteries. So but they were also used as, you know, everlasting laxatives to purge them bad humors. You know, the bad humors, the cause of everything bad, back in the day, and then you just had to purge them out. Which, you know what's funny? Girls got it nice, because they monthly purge bad humors. They have a monthly purge. Anyways. Thanks to who I learned that antimony and antimony are different. Wait, antinomy and antimony. Oh my god! I had to take a double take it. I was like, wait, what? Antinomy and antimony, antinomy. Wait, how did Toho teach you that? Yeah, gotta get all that black blood out. Yeah, let me just put a leech on you. Let me just put a leech on you so you let all that bad humor out, and you know, even though you're deathly sick and pale, let me just drain out that bad humor. You may die because of not enough blood, but that's not my problem. That just means you didn't believe enough, and you were just too far gone. I mean, that's not to say there weren't like doctors who were trying to like, you know, help and like actually give like proper medical you know, procedures, but there sure were a lot of like sketchy medical practitioners that were also part-time barbers, surgeons, you know, stuff like that. So aren't you glad you don't live in that age at least? There's an official game for Toho called Antinomy of Common Flowers. Ah, I see, I see. I actually had to look up the definition of antinomy too, because like I've heard it before, but I completely forgot what the meaning was. For those who don't know and need a refresher, but are too scared to ask, it is the contradiction between two beliefs or conclusions that are in themselves reasonable, but are a paradox. So it's a paradox. Antinomy is the character at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. That's crazy. What's a paradox? It's like the contradiction of two things like that, you know, seem reasonable if you look at those two together. It's the same thing. Yeah. So it's a self-contradicting statement. Yeah. This is when you show up two VTuber real identities at once. Yeah, like this sentence is a lie. Is a very good example of a paradox. Thank you. So then it's just like, okay, if the sentence is a lie, you know, if we take the lie part as the truth and say that this sentence is a lie, then it must be true. But then if it is true, then the sentence becomes a false statement because it says this sentence is a lie. So that's where the paradox comes in. So that's why Antimony has a monster called Paradox Dragon. Oh, that's so fun. But never be scared of not knowing what a word is. You could always look it up. You can always look it up. And then like not everyone came across certain type of words. It's okay. But you know, it's great when you start asking and are curious. 5D's watch-alongs when? I haven't finished it, so maybe I'll watch it on Discord at one point. There are many words I don't know, so I have to look up. Like, I had to look up antimony. Someone recently reminded that a Ric Flair was actually in Red Alert 3 and I totally forgot about that. Really? I was like, I never played Red Alert 3. Oh, excuse me. What's Red Alert 3? Yeah, I've never played this. Is it older? Oh yeah, it's 2008. Okay. Somehow this is surprising given how much he loved money and needed it with all the alimony payments. Oh no. Oh, so he's got a few wives. I'm guessing. I'm like, I don't really know who Ric Flair is, but that's wild. A few. Wait, how? How many? How many is that few? Dot dot dot. He was a famous wrestler. Oh, I see. I see. At least 4. Okay, okay. That's. I would still count that as a few, but definitely a lot for one man. But wow. Okay, yeah, a few that we know of. Dang. Definitely a considerable amount. Very notable. Shoko, do you know what an alimony is? Word of the day, alimony. Well, we already had the antimony and paradox. But do you know what an alimony is? Just looked it up. The person with the most divorces is 28! 28! What the fuck? How do you go through even 28 to, like, do you just marry and then be like, ah shit, nah, that, you know what, I thought it would work. I thought the marriage would fix things. I thought the marriage would fix things, but like, obviously we're not meant for each other. Alright, bye. Like, 28? Even if it's like once per year, that's still a fuck ton. And you still have to be doing it for 28 years in a row. Don't you get tired? Like, after like 3? Like, wouldn't you start being like, I'm so fucking tired of this shit? I think it's more crazy that 28 people were willing to marry him. Look, I've seen some interesting couples, okay? I'm not, if, you know, this is why I say never despair. There will be someone for you, someone who will be willing to marry you. No matter how much of a loser you may think you are, you're not, okay? Someone will think you're cool enough to marry. And they just really like getting married on the other hand. Yeah, they like the idea of getting married. But being married is a whole different topic. But it isn't one of the coffee beans. Cute. We gotta do like a coffee bean date night, I guess. Or all the coffee beans could put up their, you know, Tinder profile. And we'll call it like, yeah. A late night brew, you know. That'll be our date show name. But now at this day there aren't 28 people willing to marry me. That's crazy. My standards are too high. I would never date someone willing to date a loser. What the fuck? But what if they manage to convince you that they think you're not a loser, and they manage to convince you that you're not a loser? That's when you marry them. Someone wouldn't date someone delusional. What the fuck? That's crazy. And then they're a gaslighter and can't be trusted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Coffee beans. I think you might need. I think you might need some help. See, you guys watch, everyone watches me. That means you can't be a loser. Because you watch me. Eh? Eh? Espresso. Oh my god. That's fucking wild. Okay, fair. Only winners watch exactly. Only winners watch me. So you can't be considered a loser. You hear that, Shoku? Go win Ascent. Yeah, Shoku, go win that Ascent. So yeah, exactly. So you're not losers. I got the message only. Stop. Jeez. No. No one's a loser here. Winners don't do drugs. Video games told me winner. Wait. Winners don't do drugs, and I stuck to that. There we go. Does that count? Yes. Winners don't do. Well, no, cause like, if that's the case, I'm out because I take like aspirin for a headache, and that's considered a drug, right? I was like, that statement doesn't make sense because aren't medical drugs also considered drugs? In which case, wouldn't that make us all losers? Also, I have strawberries that I forgot and abandoned for like 2 hours. Caffeine is a drug? Oh shit! You're all fucked then! I'm drinking a martini, so I think I lose either way. Alcohol doesn't count as a drug. Yeah, caffeine. If caffeine counts, you're all having that by association. Exactly. So rest in peace. I guess we're all losers. Sad. Eat the strawberries, don't let their sacrifice go to waste. True. I have to eat these strawberries. Although I think the reason why I haven't been drinking as much water these days is because I'm having so much fruit. I think all that hydration is coming from the fruit instead. Alcohol doesn't count as a drug because we were so addicted to it that the cops and government couldn't stop it. Doesn't that make it worse? Doesn't that make it worse? The prohibition didn't do anything. Just made the situation even worse. And they're like, ah, shit. Now we have like underground like alcohol rings that are prospering and doing so much violence and like smuggling. It's made our crime rate go even further. Let's give up. Let's hand in the towel. Kind of weird how plants evolved to have things eat their young. Is that how you? Oh my god! Yeah, I guess that is a way you could see out like fermentation. Huh? I never thought of it that way, but that is pretty metal. Oh, like the fruit to be eaten so that their nuts would. I see. Prohibition actually did decrease rates of alcohol abuse. Oh. Yeah, I evolved this weird taste, weird growth to be tasty. Nom nom nom. Well, I guess it's like, you know, a lot of parasites, they use it to their advantage of being going onto a host that they know are going to be eaten, so that they could be carried further from the eaten version of the host, so their new host number 2, and then they could get shat out into like the most optimal fertilization you know, area, and then prosper. So pretty common, it seems like. Good thing we didn't do that. Good thing we decided, yeah, we'll just fuck normally. And have a 9-month, like, you know, carrying period, and then an excruciating birth. But you know, at least we don't go through a digestional tract. What didn't authorize our children to be tasty? No, don't taste children. Actually, that's a wild statement to say in this day and age. But anyways, you are also an artist with words. Why, thank you. I believe, you know, when I was in school, my writing capabilities were quite subpar, and I didn't think that I was great with words. But thank you for saying that. All my teachers were kind of concerned about how my mental state was, in which, you know, fair, but also you could have been a little bit more subtle about it, you know? They could have been a little bit more subtle about it, be like, Ko, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah? Why? They're like, what you wrote is a little concerning. I was like, how so? It's just like, they're like, how should do you have a troubled mind? Like, maybe, but I'm functional, you know? It's not like, you know, it's not that bad. What were you writing exactly? Wait, I think I told people about like my creative writing class where I did get pulled aside after class, being a Willie teacher was really concerned about me. And or like yeah, so the creative writing like assignments were usually the ones where I got caught of like being like, Ko, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. But it's about the horse fucking. Anyways. At least I'm glad I'm not in school anymore where that gets caught, or like, you know, where it's sorry, what? What? Don't worry about it. I think I mentioned it. It's out there somewhere. You'll just have to find it. But it's out there somewhere. I did definitely mention the story of at least as much as I could remember, because obviously I didn't remember everything because it was quite a while back. I'm not worried about it, just very interested. I mean, that show is creative. Now we can be crazy in a safe space. Hey. It wasn't like, I didn't put any details, okay? I just said that like, okay. The premise was, this maiden, right? She married a dude, but the dude went to war, I think, but died. Like, died. And so, wait, no, they didn't go to war. They just died, okay? The husband died. So he got buried in a place in like a forest, right? And in like her stricken grief, the maiden goes out to the field drunk, and mourning for his and you know, crying about his death, and then eventually falls asleep in that on top of his grave, right? The forest is a place, yeah. The forest is a place where he was buried, and then his spirit comes to visit her, and it was like, man, I really miss my wife. So then he takes possession of a horse nearby and fucks her. And they have a lovely night of love and passion. And so, you know, she got pregnant with their baby. She got pregnant with a baby. Like, okay, to be fair, the creative writing, it was like, okay, write an old school like fairy tale, you know. Yeah, and that's how centaurs are made. There's a universe where we could have had AO3 go. It was half horse, half man. So yes, a centaur. But like the reverse. I think I made it the reverse. It was like the top half was a horse, and then the bottom half is a man. Yeah, it just sounds like old or both, right? I think I understood the assignment. Yeah, exactly. Like Loki getting pregnant and boned by a horse, it happened. Okay, a horse minotaur, yes. A horse-atar. So that was the first like paragraph to my story, and then it went further, but I don't remember the rest. I honestly can't remember the rest, but I feel like there was pissing involved. I feel like there was pissing involved. I cannot for the life of me remember why there was pissing involved, so I cannot elaborate on it. But I just remember there was pissing involved. You know, what if a centaur mates with a minotaur? Oh my god, that'd be a fun story to write. But anyways, yeah. So that's why I may have gotten called over after class. Of like the teacher being like, "So cool, like, are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Do I hate life? Sure, but I'm fine. With how absurdly popular all those dark romance stories are now, if anything, you were just really ahead of the curve. Yeah, I'm like, I understood the assignment. I think I did a great job. The teacher should have said, "I don't believe you." What the fuck? Well, they didn't like, you know, pester me any further, so I was fine. But they also really hated like my writing style after for like actual essays too. So they're like, "Cole, like, what is this writing?" And I'm like, "I don't know, I hate writing." I managed to pass, but it wasn't the best grade. Which was, you know, I think I was in my rebellious period during college, because like I got straight, like I was like one of those like straight A students back in like high school and middle school. But then like as soon as college hit, I was in a really rough period of my life. So I was super as you said, depresso espresso period of my life. So I did I did horrible in some classes. Pictures worth 1,000 words. Let me draw instead. Yeah, they had just so that they wouldn't have to read more curse content, maybe. What did you write in those? Like essays? I think I just like bullshitted as much as possible, because like, you know, an essay you have to like write, what was it? Like you have to talk about the thing, and then you have to explain the thing, like explain it, and then come to your own conclusion, and then like summarize the conclusion. I'm like, this is so repetitive and boring, and I could say this in 3 fucking sentences. So yeah, that's why I was pretty angsty. I was an angsty child and didn't like writing classes. And then of course they always had like the minimum length to have so I was just like, let me just fill it up with bullshit. I did the verse. I hated the writings I had to do in high school, but loved writing electives I chose in college. I thought that would be me too, but I was like, you know, I managed to bullshit better in high school and middle. I guess I managed to get away with the bullshitting in high school and middle school, but I didn't get away with bullshitting in college, where they actually expected me to like write proper essays and like good essays, and I'm like, no, no, I'm good. Well, I prefer math and science based on observable data and formula, not teacher opinion. Exactly. That's why I liked math and sciences too when I was in formal education. Yeah, they had lower standards in high school. Exactly. Like my high school writing teacher, one of them was also not really a fan of like my work, but they were also really concerned about me because they're like, Cole, you seem really overworked. Are you okay? And I'm like, yes to the first one, sure to the second one. And then I feel like after that they were like a little bit more lenient with my grades too. I think they yeah, were a little bit more lenient with my grades too after they after that conversation. Because at that point I was doing like school, like high school, and mine was a pretty like, it was a kind of a hardcore high school that you needed to do like entrance exams to get into and stuff. So it was a little bit of like, yeah, that kind of high school. And then I was doing after school classes for this was my own prerogative. Like this was for me doing me wanting it, which was a art class in after school, because like I never had art classes before that because we were too broke. But finally I was able to like get like a scholarship to like take an art lesson after school. So I had to I went to an art class after school for some of the day, like once or twice a week. And then on the weekends I had like prep classes for like the standardized test, you know. So I took those classes that were forced upon me by my parents. And then because like we were super poor, so I was also doing commissions on the in between to be able to afford stuff that I wanted. So it was that time. So yeah, overworked is just my natural state. Are you trying to see how long a sleeping can survive with no sleep? That time it was like I was, yeah, living off of 3-4 hours of sleep every day. So like 6 hours felt like a dream, you know. And even when like I could technically sleep as much as I want, like on weekends and stuff, I would wake up before 6 hours. So that was my high school days. So then I think like because of that, I also couldn't really try as hard when I went to college. Because I was burnt out. Maybe now that I think about it, I was like, maybe I was just burnt out. So I didn't really try as hard as I should have in college. But I managed to graduate, so yippee. Like I do have my diploma, so we did it. Sometimes though I would have like random ass, I don't get them anymore, but right after graduating for like a few years, I would get like random like nightmares and like wake up in a cold sweat because like I thought I like failed a class that counted towards like graduating, and like I never actually graduated, and I had to like, you know, sign up for classes the next year, and then I missed that too, and I've been taking a class that I never knew I had, and like I was failing. I still get those nightmares, deadlines again. Yeah, so like I realize I don't get them anymore because I think I'm in a better, I'm in a mentally more stable moment of my life, I think. But it comes back. It came back so often back in the day, like so often. Now I can't remember the last time I got it. I had a nightmare a few months ago that I didn't actually graduate from high school because I failed gym. No. I still get nightmares that I somehow didn't finish high school even though I have a college degree and I had to go back. Right? I think it's a very common thing to get nightmares of. Yeah. Yeah, oh no, that class I forgot about for the whole fucking semester. Yeah, exactly. I was like, that never happened. But like, and I'm sure that never happened to everyone else who's having this like nightmare, but apparently it's a very common thing to have a nightmare about. I hated those. I hated those dreams. It got to you. You're like, did I fucking graduate? And then you look at your diploma and you're like, is this fake? is this all a dream? Is this diploma fake? And I'm like, well, they wouldn't have sent it if it was fake. Yeah, it was 4 to 6 years of stress, even if it was a good experience overall. Yeah, I think so. Like, no matter how good your college, how your college experience may have been, good or bad, it's still 4 to 6 years of like extreme stress, I guess. Yeah. How did I forget to go to Rolls of D100 medieval history? Oh god. I wish there was a class about medieval history. I think I would have enjoyed it. These days, I just listen to my favorite medieval historian, Eleanor Yanaga, about medieval history. If she were my professor, I would go to that class. So I would look forward to that class every single day. It is very rare for me to remember names, but I remember Eleanor Yanaga's name. Dr. Eleanor Yanaga's. I highly recommend. Something like that, stress. If I had just done a little bit of work each day, college would have been so easy. Dang. I don't. Yeah, my college was also a little hardcore, so. Thanks for reminding me. I also almost got to take a class on medieval history, but didn't happen because too few people said, "Wait, really? Oh, that's so no, that's so unfortunate. Oh, that would have been so fun." Well, maybe depends on the professor, I guess. History could be either drab or really, really funny, depending on who's telling it. Like sometimes, because when I was growing up, I really did not care for history at all, like ever. No teacher managed to get me interested in history ever because it was never interesting. They never told all the interesting juicy bits, you know? They were just like, yeah, so in this year this happened because of this and that's it. And I'm like, yeah, but why do I care? why do I care, you know? Don't So yeah, biggest regret from college besides technically failing one of my last classes, but that didn't affect my graduation, so I don't care. Nice. That's yeah, it's like, well, if it didn't affect your graduation, it's not like jobs these well, actually I don't know, do jobs like did jobs ever ask you what your GPA was? I never got asked. It was never really about your GPA. It's like, well, what can you do, you know? So I'm like, I hate the emphasis on GPAs when you're in school. Yeah. They say to study history or find yourself repeating it, but all that it prepares you for is 40 years of teaching. Mythology was a surprisingly hard class. I thought it was gonna be an easy A, but the professor took it seriously for the better, to be honest. Oh, dang. Yeah, you would think mythology would be an ECA. True, I would go in assuming that it would be an ECA too. I'd be like, oh, mythology, that's so fun! Yeah, it'll be so funny. Hi, Miss Go. I love to see your art again. Hello, hello. Thank you. Yeah, I finally have art on my stream again after many weeks. It's been a while, so I was like, don't I say that I'm a virtual art illustrator, whatever the fuck that means? Like, where's my drawings? where the fuck are my drawings? Up. So I'm trying to make it, make up for that now. I have only 40 more minutes because it's my friendo's 2.0 debut. Oh my god, why do I keep I know it's a 2.0 and I know it's a debut, but for some reason I always have to think like, what do I say again? how am I supposed to advertise it again? A release? No, debut. So yeah, I was like, but yeah, we were just talking about history and how, it's a fun thing to learn, except when you get a really boring teacher. I had to say this, but most of the jobs I get hired at were getting recommended or good vibes during the interview. Yeah, you're right. Like, it's never about like your resume or like your cover letter, or well, maybe your cover letter, because like if it's horribly like written, they're like, well, if we ever get an email from this guy, we're fucked. So in that sense, yes, a cover letter may affect it, your chances from the get-go, but like for the most part, it is like recommendations are a big one. So I know that's really bad to say in a sense, because like people are like, well, if you don't know anyone, you can't get in. It's not true, but it does give other people who know people a leg up for sure, because like, what would you do? Would you buy something that's like, $2,000, let's say? Like, would you buy something that you don't know, but you're trying to read reviews of, or someone, your friend, that you trust, whose judgment that you trust goes like, oh yeah, I bought this one, it's also $2,000, but like, it's been working for me, and like in the past it's been working great, like I've had a good time with this, like I would highly recommend this person or this $2,000 item. You would probably lean towards buying that $2,000 item that your friend has had experience with, So you really have to be like, okay, if you don't know anyone, you really have to hit it off with the interviewer for them to kind of like be like, oh, I trust my own impression of someone, that I'll be able to get along with them, because that's what they're going to think about the most. Will I be able to get along with them because I will be stuck in the same building with them for 8 hours a day, 5 times a week, 40 hours like, it's a very big part of their being like, well, I don't want my job to become more awkward because of the person. So more so than like, yes, your skills and knowledge are a part, but like what really leaves an impression to most people is how you come off to people. And like, if you seem like a good person to work with, like easy to communicate, clear in your communication skills, seems approachable. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me I didn't have the other contacts for the interview I had today or my next one. Don't worry, just put on your Riz. You're good. Wow. Oh, thank you. We're talking about interviews. What a conversation topic. But yeah, just put on your Riz. Just be like, hey, like be optimistic, but not like blindly optimistic, but be like, hey, I'm like really excited for this, like I think that's blah 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 blah, like and just have good vibes. If I had Riz, I wouldn't complain so much about being single. Look, having riz with like interviewers is very different from having riz with, you know, your preferred interest for a relationship, okay? Like, quite different. Like, you could riz up the interviewer, and the interviewer will never be like, man, I would love to take this guy out on a date. It's a different type of riz, so don't worry, you got this. Unless you want the interviewer to take you out on a date, in which case, yeah, then rip. It's all first impressions of person. I always flirt with interviewers. Well then. Well then, you might have your work cut out for you. If you've been single this whole time. Sorry to say. But you know, maybe you need to switch up your like flirting methods, for example. In which case, I will not be able to help you in that topic at all because I do not know how to flirt. Unfortunately, I've never flirted in my life. Maybe Close Bundle will be able to say yay or nay to that. But I have never consciously flirted with people. Maybe that's why I haven't been getting jobs. No, Close Bundle did all the flirting. I mean, yes. After we've gone out, we started going out. I guess you could say. I was like, was there any flirting before that? It's been too long. I can't remember. Hey, girl, are you married? Yes. Oh. But yeah, I'm like, you know, just I don't even know how effective flirting actually is, because like you could just, if you just talk to people, you know. That's what you're gonna be doing most of the time if you're in a relationship anyway, so just make sure you could talk to them properly. That's about it. Yeah, in this day and age, flirting, who does that? Oh wait, I do flirt with like cute VTubers. Okay, I do flirt. I could flirt. I think I could flirt with cute VTubers. I don't know, what do you say, chat? You've seen me collaborate with other VTubers. I see my Shoka is so snap. You think I have a pretty good flirting game? If I flirted at any point during my time in life, it was on stream. I've seen how many wives you have. Yeah, I am the Rizzler, as the youngins say. I completely forgot about that. That's what got me to follow you. Rizzing up them girls. Is that how you got how I got you to follow me? Dang. Nice. But sometimes I'm like, not even trying to flirt, you know? Common courtesy has become so uncommon, it's often mistaken for flirting. Yeah, that sure is a thing that happens too. Like, you could just be nice to someone, like, you know, just common courtesy, be nice to someone, treat people how you want to be treated, that kind of thing. It could be mistaken for flirting these days, and I'm like, but like, that's how I treat all people, you know? It's not like I'm treating you any different than what I'm treating a random stranger. You know? Just, if by interacting I could make someone's life a little nicer, you know, leave a little bit of a good impression, or like leave a pleasant interaction, You know, I would do that. Just smile, thank you. That kind of thing, common courtesy. I think everyone should do it. But that is true. Like one time, like I don't get hit on, you know, like almost at all. But one time there was like this work thing, and then they had you partner up with like a random person so that you could get to know like people in the company more. And so I got paired up with this one person who like you had to like you got a number, everyone else got numbers too, and then you have to find the person with the same number, which there's only one of, right? So everyone did this. And then I was like, oh, I wonder who my number is, but I won't really actively go out and find because I have work to do. But someone messaged me on the company like messaging system, and I was like, hey, you're this number, right? And I was like, oh yeah. And they're like, oh, I saw you passing by with your number. So I was like, oh cool, what a coincidence. And so they're like, yeah, so we could do this activity and then I'll go hand that in. So we did it. And then I was just being like, okay, cool, okay, yeah, nice to meet you. And then after we handed it in and stuff, later he messaged me on a company like chat system, by the way, going like, hey, so like, are you in a relationship? I'm like, yes. And he's like, oh, because I thought you were like, you know, as you know, because we got to know each other, like, and I was like, bro, we just talked once, bro. no. I'm married. No. Yeah. I was like, why'd you start off like, you know, just that talk changed his life. I was like, we literally spoke like a few words and then just did, you know, handed it in, and then that was it. And then I was like, you don't even know me, you don't even know what my like hobbies are, you don't even know what my anything is. Like, and then you're already asking for like a potential relationship? Bro, slow down. I think you did. Bro, slow down. Nah, let me say this as like person, as an older person. Get to know the person first before you even want to like rush into a relationship, because then you might have a disaster of a relationship, you know? Just make sure like you're gonna be spending time, like precious time and effort with this person. Make sure it's someone you really do like. You married, and even if you weren't at that moment, you were to avoid the situation again. Yeah, like even if I wasn't married or taken, I would be a little put off. Like, this is the first thing you're asking? Like, go for the speed run? I was like, bro, no. So yeah. And then he was like, oh, like, you know, is it because of how I look? I'm like, no, I'm married. So then I was just like, do I report this to HR? But thankfully, he never approached me ever again after that. And we worked in completely different departments, so I never saw him ever again after that. And I completely forgot what his face was after that too, because I was like, awkward. So yeah. Did you ask others if he had the same with? I don't think anyone that I worked with knew him either. So yeah, I was just like, do I report this to fucking HR? Yeah, that was just like, let me just put this behind me. That was weird. Maybe I should have though, just to protect other girls from experiencing that kind of shit in like a work environment. Like, I think HR is if they don't take no for the answer and not just ask. Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't like he didn't take no for the answer. It was just like, it just made things really awkward. Yeah, so it's like, that's why I didn't. I was like, I didn't bring it up anywhere. I was like, you know, bro took the L. He didn't do anything afterwards. So yeah. As your coworker, it just seems like I mean, like, if like you worked well to like, if you work and then like you start really enjoying the other person's you know, presence, and you're both seem to be enjoying it, and you decide to like go out and eat together more often, and then I think it's fine. I think it could work as long as it's like no weird power dynamics, you know, or the person is like your boss, in which case that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. No, that muddies a lot of things, so do not recommend. Don't do that. It's not a good idea. Yeah, it's like, and if like the relationship goes sour in any sort of way, now you're in like this weird power dynamic where you could be, you know, vulnerable, which you don't want. So do not recommend. Don't do that. Unless like you're like, I'm so head over heels for this person, I really can't. Then you could potentially discuss about like moving departments where like, you know, where it doesn't, your interests aren't clashing, you know, and just be like, hey, like, there's nothing against you, but like I really would like to be in a relationship with you, and to do that I don't want this to be in the way, you know. And if the person agrees, then you know they're a good person. If they don't, then you're like, maybe I shouldn't go, you know, continue. Yeah. Yeah, the power imbalance is never a good thing in like a relationship, like especially like when financials are involved. It's just really really tricky. What's this? Oh, there's a zigzag here. Ah, fuck. Okay. This has the zigzag here. The pink is down here. Okay. I worked at university and got to hear the gossip that a recently divorced dean could not get dates because basically everyone he met technically was his subordinate. Oh yeah. Oof. Yeah. Technically, yeah. He gotta go out to a club. He gotta go out to a club somewhere different, you know. He like work is work. His playground, so to speak, is elsewhere. Especially if you're like at the top. Nope. He could date someone else at the university. Exactly. Exactly. He needs to go out on his own personal time. Go to a club, you know. Like, I'm not even talking about like a dance club or anything. Like bingo club. That could be like book club. You know, find a hobby, go to a club, meet new people, and then yeah, well, you have a new circle where there isn't a power dynamic. Problem solved. Or you know, now dating apps are a thing, so that also works. It was it was the whole thing down. Oh, it was a university down. Oh shit. All right, so he has to go to a different country. Oh man, that's rough. That is rough, buddy. That's when you have to go to like someone you really can trust, that is technically your subordinate, and be like, do you know anyone? do you have, like, yes, it's a little sketchy, even that, but like, I'm desperate, buddy. Like, basically, half the town is either in Florida or at the university. Oh man, yeah, one of those university city towns. Oh yeah, that's a very small circle. The place I went to was kind of like that, where like the whole town was like financed by like the university, or there was nothing. So I could see that. Yeah, the lasso tool helps so much. The lasso tool, the love-hate relationship of not wanting to use it, but then once you use it, you're like, ah, bless. But then you still don't want to use it. I got back. Is cool giving dating advice? Yes, maybe. Not really. But also, Shoku, now that you're back, do you know what alimony is? I remembered. She's attempting. Yeah, I'm just saying don't date someone who's your boss. Yes! Nice! Alright. She knew the word. Yeah. That's my dating advice. Don't fucking date your boss. Shoku probably has to pay to at least 2 people. Shoku, who'd you divorce? That's crazy. Who are you paying alimony to? Why would those CEO romance stories lie to me? I know. Whenever I see those, I'm like shaking my head. Shaking my head. Don't do that. Don't romanticize that. It's so bad. It's so... Why would you do that? Like, I guess if you plan on quitting that said jobs, you know? What if the boss asks to stay late to check some forms? At least don't go to a Coldplay concert. Fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, at least don't go to a Coldplay concert where the boss does have a wife and a family, and then start, hugging said boss. Yeah, don't do that because you will be showing up on like a scam. Yeah, I think it is like nobility romance. That is true. And then like, how else are you gonna go start like flirting with a CEO of a random company if you don't work there? So I get like the why it's a thing in novels, fantasy, you know, but in reality, don't do that. Oh, Sweat and Soap is such a good romance manga. Oh, that is true. That is true. It's such a good romance manga. But if I remember correctly, they're not originally like a boss and like a subordinate. It's like he is in a higher position, but he's not like a direct boss of her. She's in a different division, and then it starts to get a little more mingled, I believe. But I think they kept it separate. I hope they did. I can't remember. But I remember they were very sane about things. Yeah, so like they were not originally boss and subordinate because they were in the same brand but different departments. So he was never, her boss at the beginning. I can't remember if it got a little bit more intermingled later down the line. But yes, Sweat and Soap is a very good one. Very wholesome. But I wouldn't read it in public. There are sex scenes in there. Yeah. He was like the product development and she was marketing. Exactly. Yeah. More like wholesome. It's very wholesome, but there are a lot of sex in there, so they do it a lot. It's part of the story, though. But it is very wholesome. What he said with the title, like, I would have been surprised if there weren't. Yes, yes, yeah. It's very smart, you know. But like, it's such a it's such the characters are so well written in that story. I was just like, oh my god, I'm actually here for the story. If it's like a funny smart though, I would recommend The Virgin Witch. The Virgin Witch was pretty funny. I liked it. It got really weird at the end, but like, you know, it's fine. Oh, okay, 16 more minutes. And then we manual rate to none. Oh, so now we're not skipping the story. Okay, when I read the story. Okay, it's when I'm playing games that I skip story. Okay, when I'm playing a game, I'm in the mood to play a game. If I want to read a movie, if I want to read a story, I'll pick up a book, and pick up a book is what I did, except it's an ebook. I have my moments where I like to read too, you know. Although recently I feel like I'm not very well read anymore. Lately I'm like, man, you know, a lot of like mythological stories too. I'm like, man, I don't remember Jack anymore. Holy shit. I should maybe brush up on it. It's been too long. It's like things that I feel like should be like really easy knowledge to know, especially if you've dabbled in like even a little bit in reading mythology, which I did. I'm like, the information is gone, lost forever. I cannot recall it at all. Holy moly. I managed to get the last book in Dune and I turbo the fuck out. Oh, Dune. I need to give it a second try. The first try, I was like, man, this like pick me boy. He's just like, I'm not like the others. I'm special. I could do this like in like, you know, everything comes like, you know, so intuitively. Oh my god. And I'm just like, fuck. And I close the book. But I think I need to give it a second try. Just watch the movie. I did watch the first movie on the airplane. That's what the light novels are for, and the gacha stories, right? It's like a fucking like, you know, prototype of like light novels. I'm like, what the fuck? To be fair, I really like book 2, 3, and 4 a lot, but the time skips are wild. Oh, okay, so you didn't like 1, which is the one I was reading. But I was just like, what the? It's like the first like 100 pages I think that I was trying to read. It was just like, oh, like I do this, like I'm so good at this, like, you know, I could almost beat my like sword professor, like training teacher, even though they're like a master, and then like, oh, putting on the suit is so easy for me, even though other people take like multiple attempts or like, you know, take their time. I just slip it on. It just fits so naturally, and I'm just like, what am I reading? I'm just reading like a school kid's like fantasy diary. Book 1 was your favorite, and throughout thought it went sharply downhill in 3 and 4. Oh shit! Fight! Oh, I think 4 was enjoyable. I can see why I turned people off. Oh, I see. Some books are unbearable though. I tried Twilight and Aragon, and the first books just could not. I did read Twilight because I got one of my friends back in high school gifted it to me, and so I had to read it because like they bought it for me. But then after a while I was just like, this is so trashy, and I was just like eating popcorn or like reading. I was like, this is so funny, oh my god. It's crazy. This is so intriguing. Happened to me too. I was like, what? No. Oh my. I was like, how did this author come up with this? Like reading a train wreck? Yeah, but it was so, I had the time of my life. It was great entertainment. But I was also reading it during a very dark time in my life, so where I had a lot of trouble deriving like, you know, entertainment from a lot of things. So, you know, I don't know how reliable my interaction with it was. I watched the movie not knowing what I was getting into, no prior knowledge. Oh shit, what'd you think? How was that? I did watch the first movie because one of my college friends forced me to, and I was just like, oh my god, it's so painful. it's so fucking painful. But then I think later on, I also watched the other movies because I specifically remember watching the creepy ass baby and the baby eating, because I thought that was so fucking funny. So I was like, I must have watched it at some point, but I obviously have like very little recollection of it because like there were only a few moments that were like where I paid attention, you know. Imagine being a college man. I can't relate. What? I can't relate either because I was a college woman. Oh man. You mean you don't enjoy vampires playing baseball in slow motion with green filter? That... Oh yeah, that happened. Man, I don't remember. I was just like, I just remember the really awful baby child. My disappointment was immeasurable. I was looking forward to a vampire movie. Oh shit. I'm sorry. They ain't vampires. They are very, very loosely what you would call a vampire. Should have went and watched an interview with a vampire. In Children of Dune, I remember a wild plan to assassinate children that the plan is treated like this is such an amazing plan, and the conclusion is just people saying, wow, this is a really fucking stupid idea. Really stupid and laughing. What the fuck? Wow. One of the books that encourages me to write and make a book one day is Twilight. You know, true. If Twilight became such a sensation and like made the author so rich and famous, you can also write a book and become rich and potentially become rich and famous. You just have to grasp this one, like, I don't know, visceral part of like the human. You don't have to be a good writer. You just have to be an entertaining writer. The best part was that they wanted to kill them using a tiger? A tiger not native to the planet? Like, wow, random tiger attack. So they had to import a tiger from a different fucking planet in order to kill said children. And Dune? Oh, Dune is what... No, yeah, Dune is the one with the children attack. But Twilight, I think, is a good book to be like, wow, maybe I should write my story that I had in my mind. Just learn how to write smut or appeal to the male fantasy. Either one will work. Female fantasy too. The bar is pretty low because not many people understand the female fantasy. So go wild. It's like you think male fantasy is easy sell. Female fantasies too. They're both easy sells. You just gotta know what to do. You know, which buttons to press, or beans to fondle. You know, same story. Holy shit, how did this tiger get here in condition specifically attack these two children? No one else, I have no idea. Oh my god. It must be a random ass tiger attack. There's obviously no one behind this because like, oh, how else could you explain a tiger that's not native to this planet appearing out of nowhere? Jesus. So it's like, What? Why do you do a blaring red sign being like, that's someone behind the scenes pulling the strings. Do you see these like neon signs? It's a fucking tiger. That's not native. Oh, I love that. I love that for them. Making the job of the detective way easier. Wow. That's great. Let me do this. You know the problem with characters that are supposed to be super geniuses written by not great planners? In Dune, it turns out they're actually all not great planners. Oh, I see. Wow. You don't know about Paul in the second book with blind sight? No, I do not. I should probably give Dune another chance and start reading it. So how far into Dune did you get? Not very far. Very much not far. That's why I'm like, yeah, I should probably give it a second try. Oh. 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. I did not get very far, honestly. Maybe I should have done like the color blocks first and gotten that part far. But I do think like this part, wait, hold on. I do think like this part is pretty close to done. Yeah. That sounds mission accomplished, I guess. It's not looking too bad now. I just gotta remember that art takes time. Especially when I'm like half reading comments. So I guess you could just watch part 1 and 2 for the movies, but he loses his eyesight but can see into the future, so he just looks into the future to see around him. Oh, interesting. That's you know, that is a workaround. It's like, okay, you know, it's not that far off from how like the real eyesight and brain works. Like the brain kind of in a sense predicts the future a little bit, like very minutely, and then tries to like be prepared. And because there is like a slight delay between like the eyesight showing into the brain, you know, it's just a little bit more of a delay lag in that sense that they're experiencing. Coding and Archie spending hours on it while getting distracted with all the while and only realizing it at the end. Yes, the good old times, how I miss those. I mean, yeah, I didn't get very far. I did not get very far. Oh well. Chat debuff never goes away. I know. Damn. It's like maybe I should stop streaming. Maybe I should stop streaming my art. God damn. I'm not getting anywhere with these. Except the art has no deadline. It's stress-free. True. This art has absolutely no deadline. I'm so happy. Although I will be streaming it, streaming my art on the Discord after we raid into Non's stream. Oh wait, let me set that up right now. See if she's streaming on Twitch. Okay, I don't think. Wait. Hold on. Do I even follow her on Twitch? My Twitch following is very much like when I remember, I go and try to see if I follow them. So, oh, I don't. Oopsies. Okay, I'm following them now. Schedule, I guess. Yeah, she's just gonna stream on Twitch, I believe. She's not live yet, I think. And I can't set it up on YouTube for rating, but I can post her YouTube URL. Where is she? Okay, I know I'm subscribed to her at least, but I couldn't find her on my list of subscriptions. So, here we go. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh! I thought it was at 10. It's at 11. We still have another hour. Okay. Well, then, you're stuck with me for another hour. I say this as if you have no free will to, like, click out anywhere else. The annual rate it is? Yes, in an hour. We know we have no free will. Dang. You know, sometimes I feel like I need to remind people that you do have the free will. You can always click out or click somewhere else. Instead of typing a message that'll immediately get deleted. I'm just like, do people not realize? Do people not realize that, like, yeah, obviously you're not gonna be here much longer if you send that, you know? But anyways, we're here forever. Oh, well, you guys are good. I won't ever ban you guys. So unless you know, suddenly decide to act out, but I don't think. Whoops, I don't think that'll happen. But sometimes I'm like, do people not realize that they could just click out if they don't like how I stream or what I'm streaming? You know, you have free will. Just go exercise that. Be free. To be honest, I'm usually multitasking while watching your streams. No need to click out. Ah, yeah. I think that's like the best way to enjoy my streams anyway. Not that I'm telling people the best way to enjoy the correct way to enjoy my streams or anything, but like, I feel like that's what I expect most people to do. So, you know, just background noise here and there, some weird comments flying out, like out of nowhere, apparently, I guess, supposedly. I think that's how I talk and stream. You won't ban us? Time to misbehave? Not really. Oh, huh? You better watch out. Distract me anymore and I may— no, I'm just kidding. Distracting is fine. Distracting during a drawing stream is more than fine. But I do wonder, it's like, do people want said streamer to just like is it oh, I guess it's to get a reaction from them. And like get directly addressed, which is like, damn. Damn. that's kind of depressing. Oh no, now that I think about it, I'm just like, man, go make some friends. Not like she needs a safe check. I saved, thank you. Notice that, senpai. If this comment gets deleted, may lightning strike me dead. Oh my god. Yeah, spam inflammatory stuff seems like it's mostly designed to get us. Yeah. It's just like, okay, they're probably saying it to like everyone, like trying to diss them or spam them. It's just like, damn, you can't do it. why don't you do something good with, like, you know, positive or like, you know, productive, like. Oh, so. But yeah, now when I thought about it like that, I'm like, oh, they just need friends. Go make some actual friends. You know, don't try to befriend a streamer. They're streaming, okay? Oh yeah, the worst of people with I'm like, that takes so much effort. Like, I need multiple accounts for like certain things like email, right? And already I'm like, oh, I'm so tired, so lazy. Or like Discord, I have like a personal one with like, you know, Kuzbantu and my real life friends, and then I have my VTuber one. And already at 2, I'm just like, man, I wish I could just use one. I wish I could just use one. Holy moly, it's so annoying. Also with like Discord mobile, you can't even just use the Switch account easy one tap button. You have to sign out, or like you use the browser Discord, which that's what I do. I use the browser Discord and then the Discord app together, so that I have 2 different accounts up at all time. So that's how I get around Discord mobile not having the fucking Switch account feature, which I think it really should have. What are these friends you are talking about? Is it tasty? You have friends. Look at all the coffee beans here. Hello, welcome. Yes, let's all make the streamer about me and me alone. Not like the streamer is why everyone is here, and the streamer is only here for me, bro. Then I'm like, go fucking stream. go fucking stream yourself. You know, do it. Maybe it'll make you happier. The answer is easy. Abandon the government name account and go full VTuber throughout your whole life. You know, yes, partially. I have Kozbando on my VTuber account. I have like a few other friends on my VTuber account too, so honestly, it is starting to shift that way. But I did have to give my Discord to like work at one point, so that's staying as something completely unrelated to my VTuber. I cannot put that there. I had to like even change my like profile picture, so on my personal Discord, where it was kind of like anime artist-esque, and then I just changed it to like the most boring thing possible. Legally change your name to Co-Designs? I know, that's so much money. You know how much money it is to change your name? Because you have to re-get your passport, you have to re-get your driver's license if you have one. You have to go through all that, okay? Like a vase of flowers instead of, yeah, like vase of flower, cat picture, like a random cat, not even my own cat, like that level of like a pot of plant, like a potted plant. In that vein. A random sunset, you know. Work safe. My Steam, YouTube, Discord, Twitter are all different for that reason? Holy moly. That would... I don't have enough brain memory for like different names. I already have trouble enough remembering names as is. I have to make it as easy for... like, even for me, you know? You would think it's because I have no... I don't know. Maybe that people think, oh, maybe Ko doesn't have interest in other people. That's why she sucks at remembering names. No, even for myself, I have trouble remembering all the names. Okay, it's just a me thing with names. I'm just bad in every aspect in terms of names. Unless you repeat it to me like multiple times in a short and then you have to do that again after a while, and then I'll start remembering. Like even characters that I'm like, oh, I really like this character in like a story, but sometimes. No lie, sometimes I'll forget their name too. And I'll be like, what is the character's name of a character that I really, really enjoy and I have a lot of thoughts about, but like I can't fucking remember the name. Yeah, that happens a lot. I just assume all VTubers don't recognize chat names. I mean, there are VTubers who like, you know, specifically like voice out all the chatters' names and stuff. So there definitely are VTubers who remember every name. I do remember regulars names, but like when it comes to streams, I usually don't say the name specifically. But that's kind of like a thing that I got used to doing in a previous situation. So it kind of just dragged on. You know? It's like, I don't really have a reason anymore specifically to not do that. But it's just, I just got used to it. So no, she's a fan. What? Dang, I can't believe she forgot my name. Quick, what's your name? Oh my god. No. Do I change it? Do I change it now? Do I? We're small enough and we have been here for over 3 months. Yeah, over 3 months. Yeah. I don't know why you said but yeah, 3 months. Over 3 months. You know, but my 3 months, if I see a name like, you know, repeatedly over 3 months, I will remember it. Yeah, I think it's just more healthy, in my opinion, to just refer to chat as a hive mind, like a community. Not to say that like individually you're not important, not at all. It's just, I think it just creates a better, healthier dynamic between the chat and the streamer, for at least on stream. And then on Discord I will refer to you, you know. We all act exactly the same anyway. Well, you guys do have quite the hive mind, so honestly. Sometimes I'm like, what the? Why are 3 different people saying the exact same thing at the exact same time? Hello? They're just like me, for real. Nah, I'm a nobody. No, you're a coffee bean. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it's just like, hopefully no one takes offense to it or, you know, gets upset about it, but I think it works in a sense because that's the most you can do, right? Is to get upset or like miffed by it, but you don't fall into like the trap of like, oh my god, we're friends now, and I could DM the said person. Because honestly, like, I'm not saying it's a slippery slope for some people, you know, and so I don't want to help it along, if that makes sense. Even if like I don't think that'll happen with any of the current community members. It's just like if a new person comes along, if I start saying names, obviously I'm gonna say their name, and you know, I can't do like a whole vetting period or anything. So that's kind of the reasoning that I used in any case. You either synchronize your spirit or start taking wow or start talking the same. It's one or the other. That's crazy. Yeah, it's just, it becomes unsustainable after a point. Exactly. So I'm like, I think it works. For me personally. Yeah, this is more of a personal thing. I was supposed to do more of like big blobs of color. Whoopsies. I just keep going into fucking rendering details. Oh my god. So yeah, I do remember names though, whether you like it or not. Wait a minute, I should be using this. Not to be too mean, but you can't really be friends with someone you watch for entertainment. Sure, it's nice to interact and all, but friends are different. Yeah, I think like that's why I say like don't try to make friends with the streamer, because the streamer is doing like entertainment, and you're watching said streamer for entertainment. Like, yes, if you're in that community and you do end up hitting off and you do end up becoming friends a bit more naturally, I think it's fine. But like, going into a stream to try to make friends with a streamer, I think is not a healthy like way to go about, shall we say. Like, but making friends with people in the community, I think that works really well. So you can make friends, just maybe not with a streamer, but people who enjoy the same streams, because obviously they're into the same things as you are. Maybe at least there's one common point. So I think that's way healthier than you know, trying to befriend a streamer. And honestly, in many cases, streamers are not the most mentally stable. So like, you know, what we put out is only a portion of what you see. Like it's only a portion of us. So we're obviously putting out a very manicured version of ourselves, like what we feel comfortable showing with the world. So like, that's negating a lot of stuff. Yeah, power imbalances are bad in friendships too. Exactly, and there is a power balance when it comes to like streamer versus viewer. So if in any sort of relationships, power balance not great. VTubers especially so. yeah, like, you know, not to stereotype, but yes, it has been a common theme for most, you know. So you're not like, obviously there are mentally stable VTubers, 100% there are, but you're kind of playing Russian roulette. Is anyone a mentally stable version of themselves? Stay safe. Yeah, raise your hand. Oh yeah, when you think about it, every person you see online putting out a curated version of themselves, stay safe, folks. Exactly. Yes, but like when it's a streamer, even more so. Like a person online, they might not be as they might not be as intentional with it as much as like a streamer would be. But definitely 100%. So I can't marry a VTuber with a Kozak. I mean, it's not impossible. Well, Cosbando knew me before I became a VTuber, so if you get a wife and she eventually wants to become a VTuber, you know, that might happen. How to marry a VTuber? Marry someone, convince them to be a VTuber? Yes. Exactly. Well, okay, Cosbando did not convince me to become a VTuber. I was like, oh, I'm thinking of doing this, and he's like, cool. And that was it. That was the extent. He's like, sure, if you're interested in it, go ahead. I'll support it. I was like, cool. Okay, I'm doing it. Being with a streamer is stressful. That is true. Like, it will eat up the part of the streamer's time to spend with you, so that may be a stress point. So you know, you have to just be very communicative of like, okay, this is our time, this is stream time. Cause about the streamer art Gwen, he refuses. He legit flat out refuses. He's like, no. And like, even when there were points when I met up with like other VTubers at one point, and then I would like be like, oh, so like I'm married, like is it okay if my husband tags along if he wants to come? And every single time they're like, oh yeah, sure. Every single time he's like, oh no, I'm not going. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, no. What am I gonna say to VTubers? I'm like, you're fucking married to a VTuber. He's like, yeah, but you weren't a VTuber when I married you. So I'm like, okay. You could stay at home and play games then. So yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, stream is for fun. For me, like, as weird as it sounds, stream is for me to wind down after I'd had way too much, like, well, it depends. So sometimes I use stream as a wind down, especially if I'm like a little socially exhausted, which sounds, you know, hypocritical or like contradicting, right? Because it's just like, well, why are you interacting with chat? It feels it's different because I'm on my own, because of that power dynamic, I guess you could say. I'm on my soapbox, right? And then I could just say whatever. I could just dump whatever information that I have. I could just talk about all the random things I've learned today, or just talk about what worked, and then I could bounce off of like, you know, topics that I like to bounce off of. If there's a comment that like rubs me the wrong way, for example, I could just delete it. You know? Yeah, it's a safe space for me. Which is why I will delete comments if I see that are trying to instigate shit, and I'm like, no, this is my safe space. Yeah, it's kind of like coworkers. Okay, wait, what? There was a VTuber couple that went semi-viral recently, and they talked about how they got met and got engaged via, wait, oh my god, where's my mouse? I can't. Via VTuber? Oh dang, that is like coworkers hooking up at that point. Yeah, you're captured the audience, exactly. Well, if I assume you know, use your better judgment, and you just simply click off my stream if my stream is not your vibe. You know, that's the assumption I am under. So people who do listen are here for, you know, whatever I spew out of my mouth. So I'm just like, it's a safe space for me. And if you're not doing that, I will help you along. I will help you get out. If we had good judgment, would we be here? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, if you're not out, it's your own fault. And if you act upon it, I'll assist you in getting out. No point in hate watching. Although one of my coworkers, I've learned that hate watching is like her hobby. She's like, oh, I love to hate watch, but for her it's more like reality TV shows and stuff, where she loves to hate watch for a specific, you know, participant that she was hate watching. I'm like, oh man, oh boy, that's crazy. That's just, wow. She's like, oh, it's so fun. Yeah, it's like watching a train wreck. Exactly. And if it's a TV show, she can't interact in any sort of way, just watching, right? So it doesn't hurt the participant or her. So I'm like, I'm glad you don't watch streamers. Now this is my unwind after work time. Just here to hang out, maybe work on something with a streamer on the side. Yeah, I hope most people you know, use it as that. Because it's supposed to be entertainment. You're supposed to unwind. If it gets you riled up, you know, maybe do something else. But anyways, we should talk about something happier. Yeah, just here to chill. What is funny? What are some of the videos that I was watching today? I was watching about medieval sex, but like, that's pretty normal. That's pretty normal stuff. What else was I watching? I was watching about the witches, like, you know, all the witch hunts that happened in early modern. Yeah, that's a normal video. I think so. I think so. It's pretty normal. What else? There was a lot of crime documentaries that I was watching, but those are pretty meh. It's like filler episodes. When I can't find something interesting. Wow, that was a smooth transition. That is pretty normal for you. I didn't even bat an eye. See, I think it's pretty normal. Like people enjoyed a lot of sex in the medieval times. Okay, they had to make a lot of babies because a lot of times babies just didn't, you know, survive the first year. So they did a lot of fucking. But I was talking about like the dynamics of like, okay, were the beliefs around sex during that time? Like, was it kind of like finger wagging, like don't do that, or like, you know, like was it really snobbish, like, and stuff like that? And it was interesting how like again it was Dr. Eleanor Yanaka that was talking about it, and she was just like, yeah, like yes, it was very like uppity and like, you know, not supposed to do that, be outside of wedlock, la la la. The church was trying to control it, but honestly, who's gonna listen when it's the peasants, you know? Because there's no sex police out there, so yeah. They would overhire for jobs because there was a real chance Greg just keeled over and someone had to pick up the slack. Oh shit, yeah. It was a bimortal life expectancy. A lot of kids die very young and end up being old. Yeah, it's like once you survive past like the whole like 1 year mark, let's say, or like five or so years, you were good. You could live up until like, you know, 60s, 70s. Like people were living up to that age, even, you know, medieval times. It's not the 30 and keel over type of thing. Sure, there were a lot of more work-related accidents, or like, you know, famine, and like plague, like the Black Plague was a thing, so that, yeah, may have skewed the life expectancy even more. But if you were to say like a normal healthy person, then the life expectancy was pretty close to what it is now, of like, they would live up to 70. But it was really skewed because of, yeah, exactly, life, infant mortality and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, or just shitting yourself to death because of diarrhea. That sure was a thing too. Yeah, I think it was 5. Most children didn't get a name until then because there was too much of a chance not to make. Yeah, I heard about that too. Like, you know, it's like, oh, if I give you a name, I'll give you 2 attached. But what if you don't make? Which is really sad. But I'm sure, like, I feel like I don't know how true like not giving a name until 5 is, because I feel like they would get attached, you know? 5 years is a long time. I mean, it'll go by in a blink of an eye when you're raising a child, I'm sure, but it's still a long time. War was a deadly sport too. Yeah, that's true. But like, it's funny. It's not funny. It's interesting. It's interesting because like, war wasn't as like, didn't have as high of a mortality rate as like people thought, because like it's a bunch of like you know, people who didn't know what the war was for, where the Lord was just like, go my fellow soldiers, fight this person for me, and they're like, yeah, poke, oh no, I got hit, oh, I'm so dead. And they'll just like lie on the floor, you know. It wasn't as bad, because like, as long as like the leader kidnapped the other leader, asked for ransom during the Middle Ages at least, then they're like, okay, we pillaged the other person essentially, so we're good now. Damn, I can't believe baby C passed away one day before his 5th birthday. Guess he stays nameless. But yeah, the reason why I say like I'm not sure how true like the not naming part is, because like there are a lot of like baby burials that are like, you know, where the baby was obviously very much cherished and like decorated if they had the means to, so they might have had at least pet names, you know, nicknames, something. We get a king's ransom from Catray this king. It's all worth it. But none of it is going to you. Which, yeah, wouldn't be very motivating to go kill someone, you know? I don't think I wouldn't, that wouldn't motivate me at least. I understand child discretes the average age stats. Still find it crazy that it remained flat for almost all of human existence at 30, then skyrocketed about 100 years ago. Yeah. It's like, I mean, childbirth was real dangerous. Real, like, and then I mean, even now, there are some sentiments where people don't care about the mom and just care about the child. So like, well, no, I meant, no, I'm mixing things up. But it's about like, what, even in the 1910s, I want to say, they were, was it then they were still using like glass bottles where you couldn't really clean the inside, so it would be like full of bacteria. And stuff, and then people didn't understand germ theory. So until that hit, yeah, germs were a bitch. It's like once the what was the word? It's not a magnifying glass. It's not a telescope. What? Microscope. There we go. Until the microscope was invented, it's just like, oof. It's rough, buddy. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so many attempts to remember what the fuck the microscope was called. Anyways, it's Friday. I'm tired, but I'm having a good time, and I'm drawing. That's the only important part. Yeah, I was like thinking recently, I was like, man, I should really stream when like I'm not tired, so that way like maybe I could speak like a, I don't know, I could put together like a well-informed thought at some point during my streams. And I was like, at this point it's too late, it's fine. But Koyo was there. Exactly. Exactly, that's what I was like, should I try to find a time where like I could stream when I'm not tired? Maybe I'll sound more coherent. But I was like, whatever, at this point, that's expecting too much from me. Because I was like, I swear I'm a little bit more coherent when I'm working. But then I was just like, I'll save that for work. That's what pays the bills, it's fine. Yeah, I should stream when I'm not tired, aka never. Oh, I mean, there are times when I'm not tired. Very rarely, but there are times. Although, yeah, one of my coworkers, it's the same coworker that I loves to hate watch. She's just like, oh, I'm so tired. I was like, oh, did you not get enough sleep? And she's like, no, I got my usual 8 hours of sleep. I'm like, damn, girl. And she's like, how much do you usually sleep? I'm like, oh, my good sleep is like 6 hours and a half, and like other times it's less. And she's like, what? How are you even standing? Like, what do you mean? And then another coworker is just like, oh yeah, I need at least 8 hours or like 9-10 hours of my beauty sleep. And I was just like, oh. And then she's like, if I had 6 hours, I'll be lying on the floor in the sidewalk somewhere, because I would have probably fell asleep while commuting here. I was like, oh my god, girl. She's like, yeah, I would just be on a ditch somewhere. Cause like, what do you mean? How what? Which one are you saying how to? So yeah, I think I know I am ugly now. Honestly, both of them, fair. Honestly, I do think beauty sleep do be a thing, because like, man, when I got 7 hours, my skin was so fucking smooth. so fucking smooth. I was just like, oh my goodness. Is it the water? Like while I was on vacation, so obviously I was in a different country. So I was like, is it the water? Is it the air? I'm not using any different skincare. And then I came back, and then I had another like moment where I had 7 hours of sleep. I was like, oh shit, it's asleep, isn't it? It's asleep, isn't it? Oh fuck me. I shouldn't be spending like hundreds of dollars on the skincare when I could just be getting some fucking sleep. But I still end up spending money on skincare instead of going to sleep, as you do. Yeah. 8 hours, fuck me. I doubt I get 6 just because I keep waking up in the middle. Yeah, I wake up in the middle of the night pretty often too. Like last night I woke up at 4 a.m. To use the bathroom. And then because like, you know, as a smart person, I chugged a mug of water like 2 hours before bedtime, or like an hour and a half or so before bedtime, and obviously I had to pee that out in the middle of the night. So don't do that. I should start, which reminds me, I should drink some water now. Yes, sleep is essentially the pillar of all your like health, mental and physical. I sure wish I, you know, put more emphasis on it, even though mentally I know, logically I know a lot of things would be better if I slept a little bit more. It's hard, okay? It's a problem, I know. I'm trying to get over it. I had the same thought when I went to California on vacation. Way softer water, but I also sleep more and stress less. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I thought it was the water because, you know, the water is softer from where I'm at. But honestly, literally, lack of stress, more sleep, does wonders. And I'm just like, no wonder they call it fucking beauty sleep. Oh my god. Baby, thank you so much for the gold bit. Thank you. Oh, treating sleep apnea solves so many of your problems. Nice. You know, I don't think it's sleep apnea because it's when I'm awake, but like sometimes, well, maybe it's like partially when I'm like half asleep. I feel like I forget how to breathe. And then I'm like, wait, no, okay, I have to remember. And then I start breathing again, but like I don't know if that's sleep apnea because like it only happens at very random moments. I wonder if it is sleep apnea. But yeah, it's just like it is pretty scary when it happens, but like I haven't had it recently, but or like in the past few days, so I'm like, maybe it's gone now, but I was just like, So yeah, I was like, if it starts happening more often, I should probably go to the doctor for it. Yeah. Just like, oh no, do you have it too? Bro. Qigong has this thing called breathless breathing, just in the zone. Damn. Yeah, no, yeah, it suddenly feels like my body forgot how to breathe, which is a really weird feeling. So that's what it was. But I feel like physically I haven't fully recovered yet because I feel like the stress is finally like easing, because you know, stress, while it's mental, it's also chemical. You know, there are chemical hormones that come out due to stress. So I think that's finally like, you know, balancing back out. And my gut is still a little funky, I feel. So, and then my neck is still, it's mostly done, but it still gets really stiff really fast. So I'm trying to be very careful with it. So maybe it's because of that. So I'm just like, it might be gone. it might go away, you know. When I relax, my throat collapses and I just don't breathe. Oh shit. Damn. That's scary. Then you could never relax. I think you should go to have you gone to a doctor for it? I was like, I should have assumed that you didn't. You probably is. You know, Koei reminding herself to breathe to blend. Maybe. I love it when the coffee beans told me something I mentioned was what they were dealing with before they got diagnosed with sleep apnea. Did you go to consult a doctor? If you potentially, because you should go to a doctor if it's undiagnosed sleep apnea. I have like a bunch of different compounding factors, so it's unavoidable without. You need surgery with it. Ooh. Damn. That would be tough to make a decision. Oh no, bro. I would say whenever you have time, might as well see a doctor. Hopefully that's not what's happening to me where the throat collapses. But maybe. Am I talking too much? Is it streaming? Well, no, it happened when I was like doing freelance, in which case I wasn't talking. So no, I don't think that's the issue. You're handling one thing with CPAP, but the other things that you skip out on. I see. Well, it's good that you're good now. I mean, yeah, theoretically, talking would exercise the throat, so it would strengthen the throat, but who knows? The body's a weird thing. What color is your boots? Oh, right. Okay. So this goes along here. So this part's white. And this part is actually more of like a purplish tone? A purplish black? I can't tell if that's because of like a layer blending mode that they used or not. And it's actually just supposed to be black. Maybe I should look at the other pictures. She's not in the same clothes for most of these, so it's hard to say. I think it is supposed to be black. It's just a layer blending mode that caused it to be like a more purplish color. I'm gonna go with that. Artistic license. And then it comes out through here. So it's like a leg warmer frill. Yeah, I mean, yeah, artistic license. I'm sure they have like a, at least some sort of concept art that they give to all the artists, but then, or maybe they give one card or something that's been made early in the process, and then they kind of base it off of that, potentially. So, in which case, yeah, sometimes even if you have like a 3-point like turn, some people will infer things differently, or like kind of just smudge a little detail here and there. So it's unless you have like a person that's like really hardcore like making sure things are consistent, and there sure are a lot of illustrations for weebs, so it's hard to keep things like to check every single detail, I'm sure. Yeah, that's probably why, you know, things happen. Like, for example, apparently on the shoe there was a guard here, the pink guard here, which I forgot to draw. So if I were on a crunch, I may just be like, whatever, fuck it, I'll just it'll take too much time, I'm gonna just draw it without it. Who's gonna know? Cosplayers, that's who. Cosplayers are gonna know. But yeah, unless it's like a major like video game production where there's like 3D models involved, if it's all 2D, I do find it doesn't stay consistent usually. Now if there's a 3D model, yes, it has to be consistent. Or like it will be due to the nature of 3D being used, the same model, you know. Yeah, cosplayers have an eye for detail. For sure. They're just like, oh, where are them darting lines at? There are none. Well, I guess I can't have it either. It's like, no, please just the artists who designed these, they don't know clothing, they don't know patterns. Just put the darting lines. Make it easier for yourself. But they're like, no, I'll make it work. I will be 1-to-1 with this. And I'm like, damn. I love their resolve. They could literally make anything happen. They will figure it out. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, her boots is colored. This is apparently the pink color. And it does have a gold trim. Yes. Okay, yeah. And then these garters are pink. And are these? I think these are supposed to be dark purple. Okay. These are dark purple or purple. Yeah, pinkish purple. Okay, but everything else is white around here. Oh, this part's a little confusing. I need to take the sword off. Okay. Oh yeah. This part is pink. Wait, no, this part is white. This part is white, and then this part is pink, and this part is pink, as well as this part. Okay. And this is pink too. But these parts are white. Yeah, there we go. And then these are white, and then this belt is mostly It's pink. With white-ish, pink-ish diamonds. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot. This color, this back panel is actually purple. No, I forgot to change it. Oh, it's fine. Oh wait, it's working. I think I put the shading on the different layers, so like Okay. It salvaged this. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's good. Now what happened here though? Oh, it's because of the sword. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I think I have all the colors blocked out. Yeah. Oh wait, no. There's another cuff. There's a cuff here. And this part is the pink ribbon here. There's the same star here. Okay, some of the diamonds are dark blue. Dark purple blue? The other is like a pinkish white-ish thing. Okay. I've watched videos of one who makes their own costumes. Pretty fun to watch them. Self designs that defy physics. Yeah, I love watching cosplay building videos. They're so creative. Cause you know, obviously it doesn't have to be like a functional piece of clothing that you could wear multiple times, or like I mean, ideally you would like to wear it more than once, especially if you put a lot of time and energy into it. But like, you know, not like daily wear type of clothing. You wear it, you hope you don't have to pee, and you go about your day, right? So, you know, there's a lot of workarounds they find when it comes to building cosplays, and that I'm like, that's definitely not comfortable, but it looks amazing. Yeah, cosplay first aid. Exactly. They keep around like, you know, glue, hot glue gun if they must, safety pins, and more safety pins. Yeah. A sewing kit, obviously. But if they could get away with a hot glue gun, that's always a great choice for them. Load bearing safety. Yeah. Cause sometimes, like, I knew some cosplayers who would just like make their outfit the day before or the night before the convention, and I'm like, how isn't that so anxiety inducing to like try to finish a costume the night yeah, or like the morning of, they'll like be like, oh, I need to do some last minute touch-ups. I'm like, what? I would go insane. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not mentally strong enough to be a cosplayer. the amount of anxiety they have to deal with for some people, like that. Some people live with that stress. I would die from that stress, but you know, true. Yeah, I'd actually die from that stress. Some of the stress that I've seen cosplayers go through, I'm like, oh my god. Some people live for barely clearing deadlines. You know, okay, I'm not one to argue that like being able to clear deadlines at like the last minute is pretty gratifying. And I kind of do that sometimes. You know, freelance being a very clear example, very recent example. But you know, not the day before. Not the day before an event. I knew in my mind that I could, you know, have another day or two. Which, by the way, for that freelance, they were like, okay, we'll give you like a feedback on Monday. 2 weeks ago. They haven't given me that feedback yet. So I'm like, I'm not gonna message them. If they forgot to give me feedback, that's on them. I'm not gonna do that feedback, so I'm not gonna message them. Whenever they figure it out, they'll figure it out. But I'm not gonna help them on that. Yep. So I'm just like, I'm done. For now, I'm done. Although I would like to be paid the full amount because I got like the initial deposit, but like obviously I'm not gonna get the full amount until like they give the green light on everything. But I'm like, for now I don't want to think about it. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna enjoy my freedom for now. And then once I'm ready, I'll message them if they still haven't messaged me. So yeah. It's on them now. It's on their turf. What? Why is there no color here? Oh, so weird. Little artifact. Okay. Yeah, just undonk. Exactly. I'm just undonking. Oh, I should put the colors on this sword. Okay, sword. Obviously, a white blade. It'll be like this. Okay, white blade. I'm trying to do this because like I don't want to keep opening up my deck box each and every time. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I just realized something. The line art is wrong because this whole through this whole sword, there's a little, well, there's a sliver all down here. That's like. Why didn't anything happen? Oh, it's right here. Okay. All of this is like a prismatic gem-like shard, like crystal-like thing that goes all along this line. Yep, it's 5 minutes till 11. Thank you. So I need to make this whole part crystalline. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll get this before it hits 11. This is gold. This is also gold. Yeah, these could be gold. Gold. This is also gold. And then red. Oh shit, I forgot to make it. Whatever, I'll clean it up later. It's fine. Also pink, and then pink. Okay. And then this is a purple gem thing. Okay, let's go. I mean, further along. A little further along than before, I think. There we go. Cleaned up. Ooh. I blocked off the colors. Should be easy to color those in and then start finally getting around to like making sure this is actually finished eventually. But we got some stuff done, at least. I'm much happier with the face now. It's not fully done because like I could always jazz it up, you know, with like stuff like little highlights here. Like so. And stuff like that. But for now, I like how the face is turning out. Alright, and I should make sure that everyone goes to Non's 2.0 debut. That's the link. It's happening in 2 minutes. And then let me double check if anything's happening on Twitch? Ooh. I think she will. Wait, let me just. I'm like, why don't I just message her? Are you going to be streaming it on Twitch? I want to read. There we go. Coffee is never a mistake. None. Alright. Let me. Oh. Yeah, she will be. Okay. So we will raid into non-unknown. Can I set that up now? Let's see. Search and filter. Non-unknown. Non-unknown. Oh, wait. Her Twitch is not non-unknown. Wait. Why is it not showing up? Did I not type it correctly? No channel found. What the fuck? Why is Twitch lying to me? Why is Twitch saying that channel isn't found? Oh my god, man, that's so hot here. Yo, she can stab me with the shin counters. That's crazy. She's coming along. I'm gonna be trying to raid into a friend's stream in like 2 minutes. But it's not happening yet. So oops, sorry. Oh, I see. Okay, we might have to wait a little bit. Oh, it's okay. I'm about to fly, so it works out, I guess. Oh my god, you're flying somewhere again. Have a safe flight. Can I post it in the Discord for you? Oh, yes, please. Thank you. I got it. Okay, start raid. Okay. Alright. I will be starting the raid. So thank you everyone for joining. And I'll probably stream a little bit more on Discord. So if you want to see the art, but I probably will rest my voice. So I'll do that. Alright. See you all at Non's 2.0 debut. Bye. Koyasumi.